the first play of a new drive, Rebels are backed up. There's something the Warriors are concerned about that they have to call a timeout on the first play of a new drive. Coach is having that conversation. Offensively, you should be fine. Matter of fact, you got them worried. So if you're the Rebels side of the ball, your concern is nothing right now. You're wondering why. What are they worried about? Let's come out in the same set. They have a concern about it. Come out in the same set.
Now you've got a few extra seconds. Maybe you take something that you've rehearsed before.
Oh man, they've been rehearsing for 3 months.
Like JT's dropping back with one right beside him. Drops back. Looks like that puck's dissolving, but running back keeps it. Looks like 34. 2-4. And Rebels are lining up in another quick play. Drops back. JT drops it. One. And a catch right on the 39. Defender drags him down right about the 45, number 11.
I think that's Klingenberg right there. Coming in, he's a hard worker, man. He just comes to work every single day.
That's good to see.
Yep, Cody Klingenberg. Corey, excuse me. Pardon me. Corey Klingenberg.
It looks like the Warriors will...
Looks like there might have been... Is there some laundry on the field?
There's a flag on the backside over there by the 50.
Illegal block downfield, so it can be. That's it.
So...
Especially off ball.
We're calling it off and we're backing up.
Yep, it had to be an illegal block downfield. I didn't see it. There it is. Pass interference on the offense. Away from the ball. Like those are the things that annoy me as a football player, as an announcer. That there's no reason for that to happen 50 yards from where the play was.
And it's hard.
You're not helping anything. You just hurt yourself.
This looks like a 2nd and 15 now for the Rebels. Quick snap. Pocket is staying there. A wide pass up. Klingenberg. Oh! Just off the fingertips of Klingenberg. Almost saw his name in lights there. A few aggressive plays here from the Rebels. I think the worst thing that you want here is a turnover.
Take 20 out. He's limping.
At this point in time, 3rd and long, deep in your own territory, you hand the ball off. You try to get something on the outside, pick up some yards, give your punter a little bit more space. Of course, we haven't seen a punter today.
No.
Everybody loves going 4th on 4th, apparently.
The only kick we've seen was the original kickoff.
From their own 11.
Oh, the ball is out.
Just
JT
lay down.
grabs on it. He's in the end zone. And just shovels it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's gonna be
still gonna be a safety.
Check this right here. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be an illegal forward pass. Yeah, that's gonna be an illegal forward pass.
And just like everyone predicted, the Warriors' first score would be a safety. 2-0 in favor of the home team.
Yeah, this field gets used a lot. Municipalities and sharing of fields. It's good turf for the most part, but it's pretty laid down at this point in time. I wouldn't be surprised in the next year or two if the Bonnie Lake School District came together and found some money and built something, put some new turf down. I know other stadiums in the neighborhood have done so, such as Sparks, over the last few years, just due to so much usage.
And the Rebels line up to kick off from their own 20. Six.
That's usually my job.
And Vernon Parker lining up to kick off for the Rebels.
Look at me.
Far, what a leg, and it looks like he's going to let it run all the way back.
You know, kid's got a hoof. I had the opportunity to call his ball when he was kicking at Yelm High School for Coach Ron Keogh. And the kid's got a hoof. I've been out to practice. I've seen what he can do. Kid's got a hoof. Does not surprise me that ball got a good roll on it. You know those kickers, man, they come out 30 minutes, 40 minutes of practice, just kick the ball around and then go home.
I mean, that's
they
all
don't hit anybody.
That's all you need to do.
That's why they're kickers.
I'll let you know if I see anyone else.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I'm gonna go out this. I'm going out this way. There is way too much.
All right, you're the Warriors offense, right? You had a little bit of success on the run last drive. Do you continue on the same thing? Do you try to harp on that inside of the Rebels, or?
Deuce right.
Well, at this point in time, you try to take advantage of the three front. The linebackers are cheating up, so maybe they go out of it. But right now, trips left.
Warriors from their own 35.
There it is. As good as a run.
And they're going to gain, looks like about 8 yards.
You know, you might have get picked up 10 or 15 if you actually had a ran. But, you know, you want to jog upfield, that's fine. Good for the Warriors, way to get them outside. But, you know, put them in motion, come this side, trips this way. That's as good as a run play. That's essentially what it is. It forces your defense to step forward. It makes them respect things that are underneath.
Warriors lining up from their own 34.
Look at the middle of that field right now. He puts that ball anywhere near the 40 or 45, it's wide open.
It's another run up the inside, but it looks like the the Rebels are stopping him right close to the line
Give
of
the
scrimmage.
Rebels credit right there. The center had no one to block, didn't know where to go for the Warriors. He got off and had no block. The nose tackle for the Rebels was able to get off that block quickly and make that play.
Looks like we're having some trouble with the line staff. Trying to figure out what down it is. I think it should be, that was a first down. Looks like
First and 10.
setting up for a first down on their own 36.
Swing pass was 8. Pick up 2 real quick right there. Watch the screen coming this way with that motion again. You got to watch that.
Drops back. Another pass out, wide left. Incomplete pass will be second down.
Now, you can see their quarterback struggling with the wet ball right now. He keeps wiping his hand on his towel. He's struggling with the wet football. That ball was thrown behind on an easy in route. You put that football a yard in front of him instead of a yard behind him, he's going for 15 more. There was nothing but wide open spaces. But because the quarterback is struggling with the grip of the football, that ball ended up behind him. He's lucky it wasn't his third pick of the day.
Adam Cruz, a little bit of difficulty. We're going to see if he can do anything, pull a little bit of magic here on second down.
Look for another draw.
Looks like ball pocket is dissolving. Looks like under pressure he's running right open in the backfield. 47's got the 20, the 10. It looks like he tripped up. Looks like he'd be placed right about the 5 or 6.
Ooh, that's an interesting spot. The 10. Oh,
really?
I thought he started bumbling at the 10 and fell at the 5. I'm with you.
I mean, and we've got this pole right in front of us.
What have I said to you? That middle of the field is wide open. The safeties are deep and they're running, and the linebackers are up. That leaves a 5 to 10 yard gap. If they hit the middle of the field, they're stuck. As far as the Rebels are concerned right now.
And it was exactly as you called it, 10 or more, 15 yards. I mean, they're in their own red zone now with a chance to score with 32 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, he led him. He put the ball in front of him. That allowed him to just catch the ball on stride, right?
22 right.
See if the Warriors can maybe capitalize on that big play.
Bama.
Run up the middle, looks like he's knocking on the door and in.
That is not a running back. That is a bowling ball. I'm telling you right now, that's a big boy. Man, if you want to hit, you better hit him. You want to play football and you want to run full speed into something, that's what that looks like.
He was knocking on the door. He said, I'm coming in whether you let me or not.
And he entered. He got that. Big boy.
It's now 8-0 in favor of the home team.
All that hair, he don't care. His locks are flowing. That's the second time his helmet's come off in this game. That's why he's out, because he has to come out one play. Third?
I don't think it's strong very well or something.
At a
Warriors
certain,
lining
at a
up for
certain
their-
point in
Their
time.
point after. Looks like they're going for it. Are they going for two?
No one trusts kickers tonight.
I guess it's that Washington weather that no one's got any.
Rolls right, trips right, fires across his body, and the ball's caught.
Diving catch. Looks like by number 9, Harry Peoples.
He did everything that you're taught not to do as a quarterback. He rolled right, threw left, across the middle late, and still made the completion.
And yet, even with his unorthodox way of playing, the Warriors are up 10-0 with 13 seconds left in this first quarter.
The Rebels need to put the ball on the ground a little bit. They need to force the issue. They're pass happy. And that could cost them, being pass happy this early. As we near the end of the first quarter with 13-1 to go, they're about to pull in the ball. After the return, they'll probably have one play, regroup going into the second quarter. See if they can get a big return, get some yards.
It's been a long first quarter.
Now, for the first time today, the Warriors will kick to the Rebels. I don't have a kicker listed here for the Warriors.
Well, they don't kick much.
We'll probably have him do two things.
That wouldn't be surprising.
Hey, can you kick? Congratulations, you got the job.
Oh yeah, they don't have a kicker.
They don't. I don't have a kicker listed here on a roster. I've got 15 lining up to receive on the far side, 37 on our close side.
You know, with those colors, man, they might want to call up Finkel. They might have Finkel somewhere down there if they need a kicker. Coming out in those aquas and orange, looking like the Miami Dolphins, man. Jim Carrey might have something to say about that.
Well, this ain't no Hard Rock Stadium.
Hey, man, Finkel was our kicker. Still a beautiful venue.
Demetrius Rackley standing back to receive. It's like, and I don't have a number 12 listed on their roster. And it looks like almost like a squib, and went out of bounds right about the 30, probably about the 28.
That should be a flag.
And it looks like it is.
I didn't see the ball touched. That should be their ball at 35 or the 40. That should be illegal procedure on the Warriors. There it is, illegal procedure. Yep.
We should score on like this quarter. If we do not score, there's something wrong.
All right, with 13 seconds left in this first quarter.
I'd really like to see them put the ball on the ground, just pick up a few yards, regroup going into your second quarter, and that's not going to happen.
Yes.
Okay. Ball hits the ground. Got 10 seconds left.
Yeah, wasted play, wasted time. I see what they were trying to do, a little swing pass to the outside, but there was no reason to motion the running back. At that point in time, let him have a full swing.
I think the Warriors are just living rent-free in the Rebels' minds right now. I think they need to calm down, cool it a little bit, try to get some form of momentum going.
The point of running the football and sitting back and regrouping going into the second quarter. Put the ball on the ground, get 5 yards.
GT drops back, short pass to 15. Little juke looks like about a gain of 6. To Demetrius Rackley. A gain of 6. And that'll be the first quarter. Warriors 10, Rebels 0. I'd like to take a quick second to honor some of our sponsors of the West Sound Rebels. Got Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Trayson Movie House in Bremerton, Harbor Life Chiropractic in Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma. Thank you and appreciate your support of the team and the broadcast. We'll be back at you in a few minutes here for the second quarter.
How many yards did he pick up? 6. Was thrown to his outside shoulder, which is where it should have been thrown in that particular situation. You don't want to throw the ball in the middle of the field. He had the defender beat. He lost the ball in the air. That's on the wide receiver, not the quarterback.
You would think with the gray sky that you would be able to see the one dark thing there, but
Must have looked like a moon.
all right, looks like we're
Safety, playing loose man.
taking a timeout of sorts here. Can't tell if it was official or if it was called.
So with 4th down, do we see our first punt of the evening? Is that a possibility?
Is this actually 4th down? This is 4th down, right?
Yeah, it's about 4th and 4.
This is 4th down, right?
Looks like they're having that conversation right now. Play clock is steady running. You got trips near side, one receiver high, single back. Look for a quick in or a quick. Oh,
Oh, it
drew
looks
him.
like they got him.
They drew him.
Knew it.
You know what?
And it
That's
looks
false
like-
start. If they stop the
Yes,
play,
but our receivers ran.
that's going to be a false start.
No, they're moving it. They're moving it.
Tell the receivers to look at
Oh, look at that.
They're moving it.
It looks like it was offside. I didn't see
No,
a
it was offsides.
offside. Okay.
See, so receivers moved. A receiver moved, but they just didn't see it.
all three did.
And that's like one of my pet peeves.
Well-
All you have to do is look at the ball. You don't even need the snap count.
Rebels from the 50, a high snap. Looks like quarterback's taking with him.
Get down.
He's going to keep going. He
There you
slides right about the 45.
Picks up the
35.
first down. Move the chains. Right. Get down. Picks up 12.
I think the Rebels will take whatever momentum they can take. And just like you said, they're moving it on the ground. 3 pickup of 15. Three, pick up 5.
Yeah, pick up 5. Is a first down.
Pick up 12. Looks like trips up. There's a little bit of motion behind. Quick pass right in front of him. I felt like that was.
Hey, give the quarterback some credit right there. He dropped his arm down to make the throw, right?
Yeah.
You know, like a la Patrick Mahomes. Just, got right, dropped the ball down so he didn't have to handle that D end coming off the side and going over the top. Give the quarterback some credit there for putting it in the pocket.
There's another flag on the far side of the field.
And I think this is flag number 4 or 5 of the game.
Yeah, illegal motion. Illegal motion.
I don't know if he was set before the snap.
Wide receivers, man. You ain't got to do anything except look at the ball and stay steady. That's all you got to do.
All right, Rebels setting up for another first down
just-
from their own 40.
They get so antsy, man, because they know the ball's coming, which is a tell. Trips high side.
Side. Quick, almost like a shovel pass, but dropped it. Had his hands on it, dropped it.
That wasn't necessary at that point in time. He dropped his arm down, tried to make that sidearm throw again. It wasn't necessary at that point in time. He rolled up the pocket. He had time to set his back foot and decided not to. The ball came in low. The wide receiver, hey, man, if you can touch it, you can catch it, right?
Yeah.
So he should have pulled that ball in, but, to give him a little bit of leeway, the ball was a little bit low. But, hey, man, that's your job, right? That's your job.
You see the ball, you catch the ball.
Hey, if you can touch it, you can catch it, man.
All right, lining up looks like, yep, still their own 40.
Ooh, they got a tight end on this one.
The defense looks like they're putting the ball on the ground and gain right at the 30.
Yeah, you have to give that to the blocking scheme. They brought 2 this side and 1 receiver for a high and put in a tight end. That you have to give blocking credit on that one right there. Because of their formation, it allowed them to make the adjustment to run the ball. And that's a beautiful thing. If they can pick up yards running the ball, they will get that downfield pass next time.
That was a great job, a gain of 7. Another high snap. Looks like almost around their 20, but we'll see what's going to happen. We might have to call this back.
No, it's coming back. I mean, you figure the flag's down, they snap the ball. It's probably going to another illegal procedure. Preliminarily, that's what I believe.
I mean, it makes sense, right? It's your first half of your first game of the season, right? Both these teams are new.
Fair enough.
You would assume there's probably going to be a little bit of technical difficulties here, maybe some miscommunication, but I don't know. I mean,
the teams are new. They've been practicing for 3 months, but these players, it's not their first time on a football field.
Exactly. And at what point is it to your newness of the team, but also your inability to play in the weather? I mean,
that ended up being a defensive penalty.
So it looks like we're lining up a Rebels first down. DT drops back, pockets dissolving, quick pass away. Wide receiver dives right around the 25.
He's too happy, man. He's too happy. Like, he needs to calm down, take a breath. If he just sets his feet, that's a completion. And probably 5 or 6 more yards on the turnout. All he has to do is set his feet. He doesn't set his feet, and that's where the incompletions have come from early.
Knocking on the red zone again. We'll see if it looks like someone's trying to call a timeout. Wide
That'll
receiver.
be their second of the half with 13 to go.
Why?
Is that either the Rebels timeout? That's their second of the half with 13 to go in the second quarter. Discipline.
Rebels coaching staff was not happy about that one.
Well, if you saw on the near side here, one of the slot receiver was calling for timeout. They weren't lined up right. They weren't in the right alignment. You could see it, and players knew it. There was just confusion, and they had to waste another TO with 13 and a half to go in the second quarter. You know, if I'm a coach, I'm a player, I'm not happy about that, man. Y'all got to get right. That's just what it is.
I mean, that's hard. You're trying to gain momentum, right? You're trying to make sure that you can get some of those balls on the ground, trying to get some form of movement. I mean, you're knocking in on the end or in the red zone, to try to get in there. But to have a silly timeout and only have one timeout for the rest of the half.
Right. Well, you know, it is an important drive, though, because you need to get on the board after giving up the safety, then the big pass play, and then the run. You know, you need to get on the board. So, you know, 2nd and 10, you don't want to waste that when you're, like you said, close to the red zone. You're approaching the opportunity to score. But, man, that's hard. That's tough.
I think at any point the Rebels want to take some form of score. Drops back. Another quick pass. A couple deflections. It looks like he did make that catch.
Yeah, he threaded the needle right there. He definitely, the quarterback, you know what, though? The beautiful thing is he finally set his back foot. He set his back foot and he drove. And that's why it got through all that traffic. It was like being on 512 or I-5 around here. And he still got through. And normally, you know, around here, you're stopped in traffic.
You're stuck.
Yeah, but he set that back foot, man. That changes everything.
A beautiful play to set up a 1st and goal for the first time for the Rebels.
If they get plus yardage here, don't be surprised if they go up-tempo.
Quick run play, and it looks like something right about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard. Rebels are trying to get some kind of energy started in the red zone. And not seeing a field goal attempted yet this game, I think they're trying to go 4 and out. They're going to take every dying chance they can to get in that end zone.
They pick it up here. Watch. They pick it up right here. There it is. No blocking on the outside. They tried to catch him, and there's nobody there. Wide receiver didn't make a block. Man, you got to give credit to the Warriors right there. They read that as quickly and possibly as you can. They got their linebackers flowed. They call that flowing. The linebackers flowed to that open side and were able to make that play.
And a loss of 4 makes 3rd and goal at their own 10.
But I guarantee within that play, some lineman is supposed to pull. There should have been somebody out there to be a lead blocker, and there was nobody there. I don't know if it's miscommunication, not understanding your assignment. Look, football is alignment and it's assignment. That's it. Alignment and assignment.
And we've got it 3rd down on our near side here. Rebels trying to get on the board with about 11:40 left in the half.
3rd and goal from the 10.
Takes out, looks like he's under a little bit of pressure. He's
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
gets rid of the ball. Oh! Caught right at the end zone. Are they going to call him in? They are. Touchdown, Rebels. From the 3rd and 10 right into the end zone.
Excellent escapability. That you have to give your receiver credit for being able to move. Your quarterback's rolling right. You need to find open spaces. It's a broken play at that point, right? So if you're a wide receiver, you need to find that hole, show your numbers, and give a target. And he did that, went down and got the football. Credit to the Rebels on all sides of the ball.
He was given nothing, and he made something out of it. And it looks like the Rebels are also going to go for 2.
They got a kicker, though. I trust their kicker. But, hey, get that money.
I mean, if that's what it means to score, I mean, at this point, you would want to go for the extra point regardless. There's nothing that's going to put you ahead at that point.
Well, if they don't trust their kicker enough and you get 2 on the board, you're down by 2 and not 3, right?
Yeah.
So if you do the simple math, even though as early as it is, that keeps them out of a kicking situation later.
All right, in the shotgun formation, a little bit of motion. Sets up, drops back to a...
He had a swing route right open, didn't even look at him.
I didn't see any kind of black jersey back there.
He predetermined what he was going to do before the play happened. He knew that I was going to drop back, I'm going to get the snap, I'm going to throw it to this spot, and that's what he did. But if he had looked at his swing, his man in motion from the left side, he was wide open coming on the right side, and he just didn't look there. He predetermined what he was going to do. You cannot predetermine in football. People move. If you predetermine, people don't sit in one spot.
It's not exactly how the play is going to draw up, especially how they got the touchdown, right? That was made out of nothing. You would think that perhaps you could think trying to make something out of nothing, but well, the Rebels did what they wanted to do. They got on the board, 10-6 here with 11:28 left in the half. Now it's all in the hands of the defense to try to keep that score to a 1 possession.
If you're the Rebels, you want a turnover. I
Yeah.
mean, that's flat out. I mean, you want to keep pressure on them. You put some money on the board. You drove downfield. It wasn't one big play like the Warriors had earlier. You want to stop the big play, but you want a turnover. You want a turnover every play, right? Every down, every distance. But in this particular situation, it's a good opportunity to get something back. Hey, look, they got a kicker.
There you go.
Someone's got to kick off,
Sean
right?
Parker ready to receive.
Told you he's got a hoof, boy.
And he'll get it right about the 2. He'll drive up right around the middle, going towards our close side.
Train did not even come down.
Nice tackle, leaves them about the 30 to start their drive.
Yeah, he shouldn't pick that much up.
Train, he did not come down to make
I had the opportunity to go out to Rebels practice this past week, and that's one of the specific things they worked on is staying in your lane and staying wide. And they didn't do that in that situation. And that's why he was able to get from the 2 to what they were spotting the ball at the 30.
30.
Should not be a 28-yard pickup on that. You're going with the head of steam. Like, if you're not ready to hit, get off my field. Like, that's what it is on kickoff. Like, you better be ready to lay whoever in front of you out, period.
It's kind of like the reverse of tag. Everyone wants that one. You know, you see the ball, you want the ball, right?
That's what I say, man. There's only one ball on the football field, and everybody wants it. Go get it.
All right,
Hit or
Adam
be
Cruz
hit.
lines up in shotgun again. He's got 2 on either side. Going towards the
That
left
should be a
side
pick.
and
Hey, that's good hands.
almost around the 50. But the Rebels defense is starting to get a little bit of concrete set in their feet.
Yeah, that was excellent hands right there. The ball was caught. They were beat, and he went up and got the ball. Like the offense high pointed the ball, he went up and made a play. You got to give defense credit on that one. He went up and made a play. That ball was in his hands, but hey, man, Warriors, strong hands. Where they at?
All right, 2nd and 10 from their own 30.
Twins each side. That's a false start on the offense. Quarterback's moving before the ball snapped.
And Adam's going to try to pick up that first down and a few extra.
Quarterback's moving before the ball snap. He's getting into his drop, before the ball is even snapped. I don't know. If I'm a Rebels coach, I'm looking at that for a few minutes.
Well, it looks like everyone's kind of got that first quarter jitters out of them, starting to get settled.
11:07 to go here. Second quarter.
Set on the 42.
13 right. 13 right.
All right, Adam sets up. We've got
Trips left.
one close. Big snap back.
See that drop?
Incomplete pass right around the 35.
I'm telling you, I've only seen the Warriors quarterback look off of a safety, a receiver, anything, one time tonight. He's going to throw another pick, and he's going to throw one soon. You can see Martinez read his eyes the whole way. He was almost there for that ball. It was just thrown too far.
And looks like the Warriors are going to take their second timeout with 10:45 left in the quarter.
Wow, so one timeout apiece, Rebels and Warriors, with 10:45 to go in the second quarter.
Have you ever seen 4 timeouts taken before 2 minutes left in the second half?
Clock mismanagement can cost you a football game, period. When it gets late, even at half, when it gets late at half, and you're at you're in their red zone, and there's miscommunication, you're going to have to run a play that you don't want to run because you don't have a timeout. Clock mismanagement will cost you a football game. But it can also, it can cost you either way.
It could cost you either way, yeah.
If you don't call the timeout, you might be in something that you don't want to be in that forces an interception, a fumble, a miscommunication on the field, or a blown play.
And at what point do you want to trust yourself at that point, right?
Well, like you said, first game of the season, got to get some of those cobwebs out, and they haven't hit another color in months, in a year. They haven't hit another color in a year. They're used to looking at each other. So right now they're just trying to figure out what to do.
Looks like about a gain of 3. So we 3rd down and 7. Warriors trying to get something out of this. I honestly, looking at the Rebels defense now, I mean, we saw those first 2 drives, right? They didn't look like they were prepared at all. But it looks like they're finally getting some form of penetration into that O-line.
Hey, 3rd and long, you got to be careful of the underneath.
Are we going to see one of those inside passes? We got 2 on either side.
Why aren't they seeing this quarterback?
And caught right around the 40, 41. They'll say it's caught. And it looks like they're going to spot the ball. As we're playing hot potato with the ball around the 42. Warriors made it on their side of the field. Got 2 on either side. Dropping back, got it in the middle. A little bit of tussle there, but Warriors pick up, looks like about 4. They're starting to put that ball on the ground, though, and the Rebels haven't known how to stop that yet. I don't know, have we seen a stop at the line of scrimmage yet from a running play?
We have. The Rebels had penetration on a play early in the first quarter when they first ran the ball, the Warriors, that is. But yeah, that 3-man front is causing issues. Like, the Warriors really could take advantage of it. They're just choosing not to.
We've got 2 on either side. Adams lining up with 1 left behind him. Another high snap. Looking left, looking right. Caught right around the 30.
They're playing scared, man. We got to play up. They're throwing the ball underneath. They're trying to pull you in. If you're a DB right now, you got to put your hands on them. At this point in time, you got to put your hands on them. Their center's getting blown up every single play. If you're the Rebels right now, you need to put your hands on those wide receivers, throw off the timing of that play. They're all comebacks at this point in time. They're not throwing the ball. They're not throwing posts. They're not throwing flies. They're throwing comebacks. What did Hank Stram say? They're matriculating the ball down the field.
Now it's a 31. Now at the 31 for another first down for the Warriors. Looking left, a quick pass in the middle.
Again.
Gains a couple of yards, trying to get it past a couple Rebel defenders.
You know why he was open? Because they didn't put their hands on him. That's why he was open. You give a wide receiver a 5-yard get off, He's fine every time. He had 5 yards before anybody was even near him. You have to put your hands on him, especially as you get deeper. You got to compact your defense, right?
And just like the Warriors wanted, they stayed calm and collected, and they've slowly marched their way up this field.
Dink and dunk, man. Dink and dunk.
Now in their own red zone, they're
Don't
ready.
be surprised to see a draw right here off the left side.
Looking for an end zone, and just out of reach for the receiver.
You see those Rebels having that conversation? Complete broken coverage, horrible pass by the quarterback. If he had to put that ball, if he had to just sat and thrown that ball just in the air, there was nobody within 5 yards of him. That Rebels defensive back, they're having a conversation like, where were you? Where were you? Where were you? That shouldn't be a conversation.
Second down and 13.
It doesn't do it when his does it, but when mine does it.
Twins each side. Single high running back.
Warriors drop back. Looking for something to do. Scrambling towards our near side. Throws across the body. Receiver got a hand on it, but couldn't make anything out of it.
Yeah, I believe he was just trying to put that ball up to see what happened. He might have been trying to throw it away. Receiver's lanky enough that he was able to get a hand on it. He threw that into triple coverage. Nowhere to go. The Rebels' D end on that crashed down too hard. Like, you can't just go straight to the middle. That allowed the quarterback to escape. Like, as a defense, you need to have a plan. Everybody should have a zone, a gap. You can't just crash down. That's why their quarterback's able to get outside, because if you run in on both sides in the middle, there's nobody on the outside.
All right, 3rd and 13. Warriors looking to try to move the ball, and then fumbled snap, trying to make something out of nothing, and they'll take him down right at the 30. Doing a little dance out there. You get some. Get it.
Damn. That quarterback's been struggling with the wet football, and I think he still is.
I mean, you are the Washington Warriors. You'd think you'd be prepared for this kind of weather. But, I mean, we've seen either side being tussling with the ball. It's hard out there.
Maybe someone should tell them when it rains, you get wet.
Yeah.
Stay dry.
All right, 4th and very long for the Warriors.
Weather's not an excuse for anything on a football field.
Trying to do something out of nothing. Laying around, looks like a long bomb. Receiving's up and is bumbled around in the corner of the end zone. There was nothing coming out of that. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Telegraph. I'm going to start calling the Warriors quarterback Telegraph. He telegraphs every pass. I'm telling you, he's only looked off a safety one time. He threw into triple coverage right there. He's lucky that ball ain't going the other way. And you know what? Dropping that ball in the end zone is actually a good thing, because they get more yards. He catches that ball in the end zone for the interception. They're only at the 20. By not intercepting that ball, he gained yards.
He's trying to have that football IQ.
Heads up football, right?
All right. JT lines up again with 2 on either side. Drops it right to his running back. He fumbles the ball around. Nowhere to go. Gets stopped
on the
for
QB.
a loss of 2.
That's on the QB. That was high. You don't ever want to put the ball on the pads. That handoff was high. He's got to get low. You got to get in the gut. You got to put the ball in the pocket, right? That ball was high. Bounced off his pads, and then that messed up the play from the get.
All right, Rebels trying to get something. They got triple on our near side here. JT trying to take his team closer down the field than last time. Looking out, got a pocket. He's taking it far. It's going to be a one-on-one out there. He catches it. 30 to the 10. He'll go all the way. Touchdown. I don't see anything in the backfield. He said, hey, I've got the keys to the door. I don't need to knock this time. Rebels touchdown, number 11, Corey Klingenberg. He is having himself a game.
Hey, man, that right there is a game. That's all you need, right? Put him back on the board. And, man, I go out and watch these boys work. He puts in work. He comes out, he stretches, he works, he runs, he puts in the work. And it paid off right there. That's that Russell Wilson moon ball. Oh, wait. Russell Wilson who?
You mean Denver man, Denver guy, that guy.
Denver's quarterback, Peyton Man. Oh, wait, who?
Oh, I know it's a sensitive subject for fans here in Seattle, but
Hey, get what you can get while you can get what you got, right?
That's fair.
He was going to leave in 2 years, man. Might as well trade him and get something for him.
Said he wasn't re-signed.
Oh, we're going to see our first point after attempt of the game.
Hey, I put money on it. This is clean, and it's good.
Snap is out, ball is bumping. It's a fake play.
And
There's a
it's
flag
Klingenberg.
on the play.
It's
Klingenberg's
Klingenberg
trying to
something.
pack his stats.
It's okay.
That snap gets lower.
There's nothing to do with it. There is a flag on the play.
Can I get my money back?
Hey,
Size on defense.
looks like they're calling offsides. It looks like the Rebels will get to redo this.
You don't get your money back.
Not yet.
I don't know. Do you have to double down on that at that point, or?
Your name ain't even Queen, is it? No. Hey, we closer to shoot. Muckle shoot. Muckle shoot. I need my money back.
Well, the Rebels tried to surprise the Warriors on that one, but looks like we're gonna go back to our classic "don't trust the kicker" motive.
I don't think it's don't trust the kicker. I think it's don't trust the snapper right now.
Don't trust the snapper. Okay.
Yeah, he gets happy. He's their snapper and their linemen. They're all their own. They get real happy. Like they want to hit so bad that they forget the beginning of the fundamentals. Right? Like you can't. A play will not happen. Snap's got to be clean. Holds got to be clean. Kicks got to be clean. Like you can't block if the ball's already back. Right? Like everything's got to be clean. I'd rather you get trucked with a good snap than have a bad snap and try to block.
Yeah. And it looks like
They're probably going to go for this one, moving the ball up that half yard. Obviously, they don't trust their snapper completely. I would love to see something off the right side right now.
we got one wide receiver out left, one out right.
Under center. That's the key. Off the right side. Ooh,
Handoff.
blown up. Blown up. You got to block. Deshaun came in there with the D. Deshaun came in there with the D.
And Warriors had an explosive play towards the end of that drive. Call it 12-10 with 6:20 left in this quarter.
Yeah, Deshaun came in there off the edge.
I mean, this is what we wanted to see, right? We wanted to see a little bit more of an explosive game, right? It was kind of awkward at the beginning of the game. I know I keep going back to that, but it feels like a different game now. It feels like both teams have actually decided to come to play and score some points.
Number 20 is still in. That's on no. Yes. No. Fuck.
And it looks like the other game in our division between the Sabres and the Royals is tied at 6-6.
And the Rebels see the Rebels see the Sabres in 2 weeks.
Hey, Coach B, scratch that. Number 20's out. Number 20.
On July 11th.
Yeah,
or
and
June
for every
11th.
single one of these players, man, you got to put this on tape, right? Go out, and work hard. You're out here to put on tape.
Ball's up. And fielded by number 5 in the end zone. He's going to take it. A couple Rebels coming around him.
Hey, man, that's that hit stick. That's
Big
that
hit by
stick.
Michael Shannon.
I don't care if it's Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. That's that hit stick.
He ran right in that. Didn't even see it coming.
He hit him high and still hurt him. That's a good lick. That's a good lick right there. Hit him high, but he drove through the hit. Like, you don't want to hit high, but when you hit high, drive through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he hit him high, but he drove through. He finished the hit. That's the important part.
That was a lot better from the last one. That
Don't
we saw
start
the Rebels.
one, won't be none.
Looks like the Warriors will be taken from their own 21. With 6:08 left in this half.
So right now, if you're the Rebels, you're running high right now. You just had a big play. You got a penalty. You know, you got a big hit. Your emotions, your feelings are high. You got to stay disciplined.
You got to keep that composure.
Correct. At this point in time, you can't allow that to take over. You got 6 minutes to go. You finally took the lead. They had a big play. You had a big play, but yours was most recent. And you have to take advantage of that, but you got to keep your emotions in check.
Especially
There's confusion on the defense. Look, they don't even know. Look at the linebacker on the left side. Out of place.
And they're
made the tackle.
Still.
Out of position and made the tackle.
He said, I don't need an assignment. I know what to do.
Always need an assignment. Alignment and assignment, brother.
He's so wordy.
athleticism doesn't always. It won't. It'll only take you so far.
But it's like you said, with luck on your side, who cares at that point, right?
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
22 left.
Right there, he was lucky
Yes.
and did a good thing.
Got two on either side, one next to him. Adams taking a medium snap, looking out for left. Ball up, a nice drop and catch, right about the 25.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Watch the ball go to number 10 more for the Warriors. He's tall, lanky, rangy, but is he the same one that's injured that just went up and got the ball?
Yeah, I think that's Deshaun Salgado Jr.
He's long and rangy. I mean, I don't know. He went high pointed that football, but apparently he paid for it. Hey, we never want to hurt player on the field, regardless of the side of the football. Just hope he's all right, gets up and makes his way off.
I mean, that's hard to see too. I mean, it was a great jump and catch, but
Things are cramping up.
Yeah, got to stay hydrated.
even in this Washington rain.
Well, you can't start hydrating the day before the game. You got to hydrate 3 or 4 days. Like, you should just constantly drink water. Like, your body needs it. Not Gatorade, not electrolyte. Like, you just stay hydrated. Water should be, like, when you have dinner, have water. Don't drink a soda. Don't drink Gatorade. Have water. Now, I coach some young kids, man, and I tell them every season, first practice, the first thing on my mind, who's your best friend? Water.
Water.
That's it. And every time I say to them, who's your best friend? If they don't reply water, they're running. I'm doing it for them, not for me.
Yeah, you want to get your players hydrated. You gotta hammer it into them.
Your body's 70% water. Like, that's a fact.
Yeah. And even if it's raining water all around you, it's still not inside you. Got to get it. All right, looks like he's up and walking.
He's got to come off for a play.
Looks like he is jogging off. With the training staff there.
The training staff has his helmet because he doesn't.
It's somewhere.
Right now, the wide side of the field is near to us. You got to be careful. If you look right now,
Two on
they're
either
playing
side.
too far off.
Coach is still on the field. Wide bomb. He's got 3 people around him.
He caught that.
He caught that ball.
Cody.
He's going to try to take it down. They're calling him down. There's no way.
No.
There's no way he caught that ball.
No, he pulled that in.
caught that
He
ball.
pulled that in. That's an interception. That's the 3rd interception. He pulled that. That's what, his 2nd tonight? Maybe his 3rd?
That's it. I don't know what to say.
There's been 3 interceptions thrown. I know that's at least Cody's 2nd pick. Martinez with his 2nd pick of the evening.
The Warriors are just trying to be too aggressive on those long bombs. I mean, he threw it into triple coverage.
That's because he doesn't look off anybody, so they all ran there. Man,
well,
I can tell you where he's going to throw the ball next time. Watch.
Adam Cruz throws his 3rd interception of the game. The Warriors, I don't know what they're doing there, but they're...
The Warriors were fine when they were throwing the ball 15 yards and under. Those comeback routes, because the Rebels aren't getting hands on them. 5-10 yards, the Rebels aren't getting hands on them. That was money all day. But then they tried to pop the top off. 3rd pick.
Well, JT and the Rebels are going to try to start off another drive from their own 35. 25. Handoff back. He's good looking left, looking right. A
Off
ball's
his back
up.
foot.
Just a little too much.
Off his back foot. He was leaning backwards. Off his back foot. He didn't. So when you're on your back foot and you're leaning backwards, the ball's going to sail on you every single time. You have to drive, right? Like, if you're on that back foot, you have to drive. If he had drove that ball in, you're looking at a first down because he was going to turn and get 5 more yards. Might have got more. It was one-on-one. But you can't throw off that back foot. So on that rollout right there, he should have stopped and planted. Because the defender was there, he drifted backwards and wasn't able to get what he wanted on the ball. And that's why it sailed, and that's why it was incomplete. I think you're going to get a face mask here.
Oh, looks like a little bit of extracurriculars
Yeah, I
after
think-
that as well.
I think you're going to get a face mask on the defense. That's just my preliminary vision, but... See what the stripes got to say.
Face mask.
There it is. 15 yards and an automatic. First down.
Hey, the Rebels will take what they can get with 4:43 left in the half. I think
they need to run the ball right now.
Yes.
They put the ball on the ground a little bit, bleed a little bit of clock. Maybe if you can hit them over the top, find it, but you don't want to leave them a bunch of time.
It's great to see. I think the Rebels will take anything they can take right now, but you're right. They want to establish some kind of footing in this half. Some kind of footing in this drive.
Go get it. Don't take it. Go get it. There's a difference.
All right, JT under center. Got two behind him, one on either side. Looks like some form of miscommunication, and they're going to call a false start.
Right side of the line. Not the tackle, not the guard, the right side of the line.
Well,
everybody moved.
What?
Like dance fever out there for a minute.
Turns out a gain of 15 from a penalty will now turn into a gain of 10.
You keep your down, though.
Yeah.
You keep your down.
First down at the 36. First down and 15.
So if you've noticed, the Warriors have put 4 on the line and only going to 3 linebackers. Their linebacker on the right is a little bit slower than the rest. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw something about the 45, if you saw something on a crosser.
Got 4 on that right side, 1 on the right side. He's looking out, trying to make something. Battered away by number 13 of the Warriors.
That's on the quarterback, man. He shouldn't have faded. He should have stepped up in the pocket. Because he faded outside, he ran himself into a problem. He should have stepped up in that pocket instead of trying to get outside. That is a problem that a lot of quarterbacks deal with. You have to step up in the pocket. If he had just taken his feet, cha-cha'd forward, he would have had, his vision would have been better. But he stepped outside where the DN was coming around the end and forced a bad throw.
And it was almost
He's lucky that wasn't 6 the other way.
Yes, and it was a gift on a platter for Bryson Daggett.
So that 1st and 10 is now 2nd and 15, as you mentioned.
Got 2 on either side, 1 back. JT in the shotgun. Looking for something, another high snap. Taking a run down the middle. And he'll end up right about where he started the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you got to run, though. He didn't run. He's too busy looking where to go instead of going.
Oh, no, it looks like a loss of 1. They'll start in their own 35. No, it was handed to them as a gift with that face mask, but it doesn't look like the Rebels are trying to capitalize on that at all.
And now you put yourself in a situation where you're at 3rd and about 6 or 17. Those DNs are pinning their ears back. They know just to get upfield. They know to just get upfield, go after that quarterback wherever he is.
Well, the Warriors, with 3:24 left in this half, the Warriors want to try to see if they can get this ball back. Take it wide out, shuffle through them, but again, the Warriors are there to stop them at the line of scrimmage.
You have to punt the football here. You have to.
It looks like
official timeout.
Official timeout, yep.
This deep in your own zone with 3:08 to go in the 2nd quarter, if you ever wanted to use your punter, this is where you use your punter.
We'll take a quick second to thank a few of our sponsors from Hops and Drive Silverdale and Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. Thank you for supporting the Rebels and the entire organization. All right, well, for the first, is this our first or second punt? I think this is our first punt of the game.
First punt.
Our first punt of the game. Drop back around his 23.
He can run. I'm just letting you know. He's got some wheels, too.
And almost
There
gets
you
a
go.
hand to it.
Let it go, then.
Ball's going to go right about the 23.
Yeah, as there's a change of possession here, we'd like to thank Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Tracton Movie, House of Bremerton, Harbor Life Chiropractic, Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, McLeod's Grill House Bremerton, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Clark Brothers, Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton, Cynical Family, Swoop Sound, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Left Coast Design and Print, Fat Zach's Pizza. Thank you for sponsoring your West Sound Rebels.
All right, Warriors got the ball with 2:24 left in the half. Warriors are trying to maybe get some points on the board before this end of this half.
So right now, they throw the ball right the majority of the time. I'd say 70% of the time the ball's gone right, and Martinez is a ball hawk right now, boy. Look for that. Twins each side, single bat.
Looks like Adam Cruz is communicating to one of his wide receivers. A little bit of motion, kind of confusion, a short pass.
Dive. You know what the problem with that play was? The defender sat. He sat. He was scared to go get that ball. There was two people in that vicinity. He should know. Like, that's the thing about football is trust. You have to trust your other players. If he dives on that, there's still someone there to make the tackle.
And it looks like the Warriors are going to try their hurry-up offense. Two on either side, one beside him on Adam.
Kempo.
Drop back. Pocket's kind of dissolving. He's looking for something to do. Quick pass up. Ooh, two Warriors defenders kind of clip each other. Warriors have tried, I think that's the second or third time they've tried this hurry-up offense, and they're just not doing anything with it. And they are catching the Rebels on their heels, but they're also not being composed enough to know what to do. It looks
Watch
like
that center nose guard matchup. He's getting beat every single time, and that's causing issues for the Warriors quarterback. Their center's getting blown up, flat out.
And it looks like they might be backing up a few yards.
Yeah, there was a flag for the Warriors.
Yeah, it was on
Far side.
Hey, if you're the Rebels, that's the direction you want to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're a second away from the 2-minute warning.
Saved them their last time out, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we talked about, clock management, two on either side.
1st and 15.
A high snap, that's like our third or fourth high snap. Trying to get him down, gets rid of
That's
the ball.
intentional grounding.
Come on, give us the flag.
No, he's
Everyone's
not outside
looking
the
for
pocket.
intentional-
There it is.
And the official lackadaisically tosses the flag right down to his feet.
So,
There.
no, there
He
was
picks
no,
up the
so
flag.
For intentional grounding to be necessary, for intentional grounding to happen, you have to be inside the pocket. The ball has to pass the line of scrimmage, and there can't be a wide receiver in the area. All those things fit that bill. But for some reason, he picked up that flag, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't know why. He did that to save himself.
Ran to the ball right then.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like it was intentional. He ran
Well, Jeff Osman and his team are trying their best again. This is their first game too, right? We have to keep that in mind, but
You got to respect the stripes on the field.
gotta respect the stripes.
You don't have to like it. You just got to deal with it.
Now with a 2-minute warning, Warriors on their own 36.
That's 15.
Trying to do something with 1:53 left in the half.
It looked like it.
If you're the Rebel side of the football right now, you need to tell your safeties, hey, you're the deepest of the deep, right? Nothing behind you. I don't care if something's in front of you, but nothing over you, nothing behind you. You're the deepest of the deep, right? Area 51, nobody comes there. It's Area 51. Nobody gets there. Nothing past you. Don't dive on a football. Like, if you have to make the tackle late, that's fine. But if it's over your head, that's a problem.
Trips on the far side, on the left side,
Nothing
one
behind
right.
you.
Adam Kurz in the shotgun. Another high snap.
Oh,
Coming.
oh.
We got a.
He's dead to right.
That ball is out. Recovered by the Rebels. Number 84, it looks like.
One football on the field. Go get it, right? That's exact. He was dead to right. He's lucky he rolled out because he was about to get lit up like a Christmas tree. Instead, he lost the football. With the $1:46 to go, the Rebels got one timeout and the opportunity to score in their opponent's area right now. Up by 2.
Nick Taylor with a big play trying to put the Rebels back with a little bit more.
That tomahawk chop, boy. Come down on that arm. Hey, there's ways to make plays. You don't always have to make the tackle. You can get up, jump, and defend the football.
Rebels
That
got
should
two
be
on either
offsides.
side.
Offsides on the right tackle. Well, D end. Free 5 yards.
You scared me on that one. You scared me.
Rebels gifted another few yards here. We're going to see if they can capitalize on it. I mean, we saw it the last drive. They had a couple penalties for their side, but they couldn't capitalize
The
on it.
Rebels truly should be able to. I'm watching this Warrior sideline, and I'm watching their body language. They're in conflict with each other. You know what you do when you see another team in conflict? You punch them. You go after them. You get them. That's what you do. And right now, this is a Warriors team in conflict. Look at the sideline. They're having conversations. Look at the quarterback. He's ticked. I mean, he just got the ball taken out of his hands, trying to blame it on someone else, right?
I mean, that's his 4th turnover this afternoon. I mean, you would expect a little bit of frustration on that sideline.
If you win the turnover battle, you win the football game. 90% of the time. And right now, the Rebels have the lead, they have the ball, and they're winning the turnover battle.
The shotgun, 2 right, 2 left. Drops back, looking for somewhere to go. Oh, bubbles
bounds.
passing. Gain a couple of yards.
Hey, the best part about that is he got out of bounds. Clock stoppage, still have that one timeout for when you need it. The best part about that is he caught the ball, juggled it, and still got out of bounds. Got his feet down. That center needs to calm down on his snaps, though. He's going to cause a problem if he doesn't. Every single snap is high and to the right.
Rebels are trying to put a little bit more distance between them and the hosts.
Sometimes you can cheat your hips a little bit to get that snap different. See,
Another
high and to the right.
Another high snap. Looking left, trying something in the middle of everybody. 4 Warriors defenders were there, but no one can get to it in time.
This is an opportunity you cannot blow. They need to find the best play they got in their book on 3rd and 5. 3rd and short right now, you find that play. You need to find it. Something over the middle, man. I'm telling you, those linebackers are weak and slow right now. I'm watching them. And they spread out. They move.
All right, looks like Warriors are lining up. Rebels are lining up. Another direct snap. They're putting the ball on the ground. They're going far on the far side. Looks like around the 9-8 yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Rebels.
The draw was a beautiful football play call right there. And again, you know what he did? He got out of bounds. Saves that last time out still. Picks up the 1st down. The draw, excellent play call by the West Sound Rebels right now.
I mean, the Rebels are hitting your keys. They're maintaining that ground, right? They're trying to get that momentum there. They're managing the clock, and they're keeping their composure, right?
Let's see. So now they're at 1st and goal. So you don't get, this is it. You got 4. They've shown they're not going to kick it. High and right.
Down the middle, looks like he's trying to knock in, but
that is the perfect example of what I'm talking about as far as the Warriors linebackers are concerned. The ball snapped high and right. He still gets the handoff and picks up that many yards. At that point, the linebackers should already be way up, and they're not. They can take advantage of this Warriors linebackers.
They're spotting him at the 5 yard line. Warriors trying to get everybody off if they could.
Should have snapped the ball.
Another high snap, the flag on the play, ball to the end zone, and it is in. They're waving it off, though. They're calling it a touchdown.
They'll call it a touchdown for now. I didn't see where the penalty was. That flag came out at the snap. Might have been illegal motion. Yep, there it is.
False start on the offense.
It's illegal motion. If it was a false start, they would have blown it dead. It's illegal motion.
That's hard from a Rebel standpoint. You had the momentum. You had what you wanted. You scored. But with 52 seconds left, this is looking for a little bit more troubling for the Rebels.
This may sound counterproductive, but that gives you a little bit more space, right? You get really compact when you get close to that end zone, and it takes away from your playbook. This opens the playbook up a little bit. I mean, you always want to be as close as you can to the goal line, right? But this opens up your playbook a little bit, gives you more space to work with. I mean, 2nd and goal, 52 to go, you're good.
Got 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Under center, trying to snap it. Takes it himself for about a gain of a yard.
You know what? I like it. You got to discipline, right? So you're forcing the defense to start making decisions. They're running the ball better. They're getting up in those A and B gaps right now. They're forcing those linebackers to make a decision. They see the weakness, and they're going to take advantage of it soon. Don't be surprised if this was right across the middle.
He's trying to get rid of the ball. JT's running around the pocket, sees one in the end zone, but a little too high for his wide receiver there.
All he's got to do is set his feet, man. He sails every ball because he throws the ball moving. That's all you got to do. It just break down, man. Break down. Bend those knees, break down, and drive.
It looks like we'll be 4th and goal. And it looks like we might trust the snapper this time. Yes. I'm just calling what I see.
Right now, you want to take the points.
You want to take the points. I mean, you put it up 15-10 going into halftime. I think the Rebels will take that, even though no matter how they got it.
They still got that timeout. They might have to use it. He got set quick. Good for him. Good work.
Vernon Parker sets up. Oh, scum of ball. Looks like someone's trying to make something of it. But a wasted opportunity by the Rebels.
It's not the holder. It's not the kicker. It's the snapper.
It's the snapper. Well,
Put him back in the ocean.
trust of the snapper was not well placed. The Warriors will have 10 seconds left in their own half.
That is a complete, utter, and total squander of disappointment. That's bad. You have to convert there.
As a Rebels-
one way, shape, form, or another. You have to convert there.
As Rebels fans, you're disappointed with that, right?
Yeah.
You're close. You're knocking on the door, right? You want something out of that.
You absolutely can't leave points on the field. So they were down 10. They made a 12-point run, but 12 unanswered points should be 6 more. Honestly, just flat out. That was poor procedure.
That's hard. That's hard from a Rebel standpoint. But
Hey,
Warriors are trying to do something with it. Adam Cruz looks like 3 on the near side, no one on the far side. A quick pass to the outside.
Players on the field.
But looks like there's a player down without a helmet, and it looks like they're just going to let this clock. They're not going to let the clock run out. They're going to call it
I think there was an official timeout.
official
Sure
timeout.
that they're counting. The helmet came off.
Oh, the helmet came off.
They don't have a.
It didn't look like they had 11 players on the field on that one.
They currently do.
They only have 2.
Currently have 11.
You can run with 10, you just can't run with 12.
You can get beat with
Clock
10.
starting. Are they going to get a playoff in time? They got 5 seconds,
Watch that center get blown up.
and it looks like they're just going to hold for the end of the half. Well, 12 to 10 at the end here in the half. We're gonna see what happens here in the second half.
As we step up to half, we'd like to thank Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Tracton Movie House in Bremerton, Harbor Life Chiropractic PC in Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary of Tacoma, McLeod's Grill House Bremerton, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Clark Brothers, the Coney Winery, Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton, Cynical Family, Swoop Sound, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Left Coast Design and Print, and Fat Zach's Pizza. Thank you for supporting your West Sound Rebels.
Thank you, Rebels fans, and we'll see you after the halftime break.
backwards though. I can't play, but I'm be amended somewhere.
Let's go, Office! Let's go, baby!
If your back starting to get tighter and tighter, just stay home. Because just do minimal. Minimal, because you don't have to man up. Like just do 2 yards downfield.
It's a different ball game, Bobby!
I'm staying stationary. That's what I'm saying, because they're not. The linebackers are only count for 3 yards each. That's what they're doing. They're not 3.
They're stepping on top of me now.
Too well. Yeah.
Hey, Cody, grab me one, please.
Are we staying in?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, it's a great day for football, though. Yeah, it is. I don't know playing this
Get out!
Oh, he's doing flat.
David, get back! Stop! Oh, if you play running back, I did. Say that.
Come on, dog.
Ready. You owe him a big thank you.
I do.
He pushed your ass in the first down.
Because I got stopped and I was like, all right, he's going to blow the whistle because this guy's going to keep fucking bugging me off. Yeah, I was like, what are they doing? Why are they not blowing the whistle? And then I felt the shove. I was like, oh shit.
In the first half, we ran that inside run play that climbed all the way to the safety. And when I pushed, I went down. Everything was
You guys,
when I'm out there
all the
running.
way back here, and you were off the line.
I was running.
You're all right.
No, it was when I'm out there moving, I'm fine. This was right here.
Pass! Ball! Push it off! Out! How can I be that far back? I heard your coach say that's what I'm saying. I'm like this. I thought you were more down. Chase that mark. It was me, but I'm going. You're supposed to go based on for what? So they're trying to bring the lights. Okay. I need to know. No. Yeah, the captain's able to know. Hey, hold your RG! And this is my stance. You know they're going long ball! You can't have a lateral step back. Hey, stay there, stay there. He's looking.
Let it drop.
Offense! Offense!
What's up? What's up?
We're on offense now? Yeah, true. We're not supposed to switch it. Yeah, but that's just what we have problems with people's head. Good, Jack? Jack, you alright? Jack! I blitzed, to be honest with you. I hit that.
Thank you for the thing. Come over, well, I'll sit on me.
I was waiting until the ball. I can't get right behind you.
What happened now?
They need to punch the ball. Work! Go! We got it. I need to know what's here. I think get rid of it. That's the thing.
Hey, kick off, get ready! Hey, kick off, come and get ready! Kick off, come and get fucking ready! Let's fucking go!
Hey, Brendan! Kick off! Hustler! Mike, give me the ball, please. Yeah, no, I don't mind. Take that ball, Mike. I'm getting old, man. His size is hurt. His size is hurt. They weren't ready. They're in their hometown. That shit is so exciting. Oh, because you were in there and that jump, huh? I heard me struck it. I didn't know. I played one series, my back was out. Yeah. It's when it scored again. Yeah, we scored right at like 26 to nothing. I never found one. My back there locked up on this. They took me out of the game now. Hey, keep your bodies moving. Keep your bodies moving. Hey, they doing this to get us out of our tempo, boys. That's just crazy, bro. Like, hey, they're scared. Oh my God, it's cold. It's cold now. I remember, he's out. I'm lifting weights. Yeah, no. You were throwing me. I'm like, oh yeah, no, we just got done lifting weights. Boom! I'm like, I said, you know, I'm like, football now. Yeah. So, when are you going to that special teams game? So, give me a game for my Kick off! Hey, smack the wood! Let's go! I got 11. Good. Get in the end zone. Don't stop here. Hey, put your shoulder down and go through, motherfucker. They can't do shit with you, you know. Hey! Win is a win, man. It's a mile. Defense, get ready. Defense, get ready. We can see when you avoid contact. So we know who don't want to hit. Let's go, boys. So if he does that, that's fine. If he's not going to act as an immediate pressure, you go. Powers! It's just going to suck when the one time I do it, but then they pass out. That's what happens. Let's go, guys! All right, he looks one in. You got to tell him. That's the thing. Yeah, he just wants to put it because he knows that, but he's going to force himself to side. So that's what I'm saying. So, they're playing Nico on the inside, so he has a fast stretch. Hey, Gordon! They look great out there. Were they just not ready? Yeah, no. Oh, shit. So that the defense? Well, he likes to roll that outside, but that inside stuff is that's like it's hard to chase him down. Right. Yeah. That outside, he's got a lot more to work around. He broke it? No, he said called it. He said that's what you broke. Yeah, I'm here for y'all. Don't trip. Oh, that's my shoulder. Don't touch the shoulder. It's football, boy. This shit happens. But I'll be here. I won't be here. ready.
Hey, let's go defense! Watch the ball! Watch the ball! They thought it was a they didn't even line up in this formation when they went against us on defense. He's gonna run it. They already blew the whistle. How many times you can blow a whistle in the face? It's not a safety. You blew the whistle. How is that a safety? Why are they taking their own ball from you? Hey, touch. Defense, get ready. Defense should be up. Defense should be up. Defense, get ready. We get this ball back. Hey, we get this ball back. Back up. I don't see how people laughing, y'all. We just got to put the score on. Go get him. Don't close too much. Boys down. Let's go, dude. Cody, get any more picks yet? You got 3. Yes, 3. That's MVP.
All right, well, it's the Warriors' first time in their own red zone this game, this half.
Not the first time I've been wrong. Won't be the last.
Won't be the last time. Got 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side, 2 next to him. That's kind of what this Warriors offense is trying to settle. It's a handoff and maybe a gain of 1.
Hey, man, shoestring tackle, still a tackle. I love it. What's the ultimate killer of any play? Penetration. And that was good penetration from your safety at that. Read and react, right? He read the play and reacted, and he did it swiftly.
It'll be interesting to see what this Warriors offense is going to draw up for this next one. We've seen kind of similar plays coming up to this point. All right, we got 2 on either side.
Remember, he struggled. The rain's coming down more, and he struggled with the football.
Lined up on that far end. Adams got it and doubles the ball. Oh! 43 almost had what would have been the 4th interception for this Rebels defense. But it'll be 3rd and goal, what looks like still at their 9-yard line.
The bigger disappointment is the drop. I watched number 10 climb a ladder and go get a ball on the sideline earlier. He got one put right on him that he just let get to his hands. Bright gloves don't equal catches, I guess.
Well, 3rd down and goal. Or 3rd and goal, I'm sorry. Warriors trying to do something. This Rebels defense gave them a lot to this point, but they're not letting them inch forward at all.
Correction. Single back set. 2-2.
2 on either side. Looks like the running back's going to switch on the side of Adam. Going to push out, looking for a pass. Telegraph is looking, trying to see where he's trying to go. He's going to the backside. Out of bounds, no chance. That'll be 4th down.
You know, if he steps up in the pocket, there's probably a lot more for him to handle, but he just kept drifting and drifting and drifting. And there was some blindside pressure, but it got picked up. But he kept drifting. You can't drift in the pocket. You have to stay strong in the pocket. And his struggles holding on to the football, the interceptions he's thrown, like his coach has to, at some point you have to have that conversation. Stand tall in the pocket or get out my game. Like you're my QB. You're literally what runs my offense. I need you to stand strong. And he's not doing that right now.
All right, 2 on either side, running back to his left. See what this Warriors offense can do. Snap is out, looking around. Quick pass in the middle.
He's out of bounds.
Looks like
he's
he
out of
caught
bounds.
it. They'll call it. They'll call a touchdown. Touchdown Warriors. Pass right up the middle. And this game is all tied up. Now here's the thing. Do the Warriors trust their center? And I'm going to put my money on no.
I see a 47 out there that I haven't seen too much of. That looks like a kicker to me.
He just came in? All right, we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like a kicker to me.
Will
a 47 that just came in looks like a kicker.
Will this be our first attempted field goal of, or any form of shot at the uprights?
Oh, he's split wide.
All right, well, 2 on either side. Warriors trying to take a 2-point lead going in the rest of this 3rd quarter. Rebels are trying to push them. Shot to the corner of the end zone, and it's no good. this game will stay tied at 18-18, and the Rebels will get the ball back.
The best part about that, although they did not convert, is the quarterback knew he messed up. And he's walking over to his wide receiver. He's taking responsibility for his actions. That's man-up football right there. Credit to the quarterback. I made that mistake. That ain't on you, wide out. Again, they're a football team, right?
That's what differs from a player to a leader at that point.
Again, as we take the break, we'd like to thank Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Tracton Movie House in Bremerton, Harbor Life Chiropractic PC of Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, McLeod's Grill and House in Bremerton, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Clark Brothers, Bacavino Winery, Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton, Cynical Family, Swoop Sound, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Left Coast Designs and Print, and Fat Zax. As always, we appreciate the sponsorship for your West Sound Rebels.
And as we're going into the rest of this third quarter, we've got one other game that's still going this evening. Looks like the Roadrunners in the Senate. Roadrunners are up 20-6.
Looks like they're running that road.
They are.
Beep, beep. I'm an old man.
They are not on the I-5, that's for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I know what you're...
Must have been a coyote chasing.
Wile E. Coyote's not there yet. I don't know if Acme's selling anything anymore, but we'll see. All right, Warriors setting up to on their own 35, ready to kick off. Now we'll see if this will be a kick that actually makes it longer than 20 yards. Because remember in the beginning of the half, it kind of just sailed up in the air. There you go, kind of. It'll be field at the 35. Gonna take it up that far side. And I cannot believe my eyes. The Rebels have turned the ball over again. The Rebels had control of this game, and all of that is completely gone. The Warriors have just been gifted time after time again, and they're starting to capitalize on these chances. This is dangerous for the Rebels.
I had an old coach that used to tell me, man, there's nothing better in football than momentum. And right now, the Warriors have all of the momentum.
That's hard for the Rebels. I mean, to try to capitalize on that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You remember how dejected the Warriors were going into half and coming out of half, and the Rebels didn't take advantage of going into half or coming out of half when they were inside the 10-yard line and came away with no points twice. Now they've turned the ball over, given up opportunity after opportunity. But I'm going to tell you right now, if the Warriors continue to throw the ball the way that I'm watching them, I wouldn't be surprised if you see it going the other way. There's ball hawks in that secondary for the Rebels right now.
Warriors lined up on their own 43. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. We'll see what they can make of this. It's a run. And it looks like getting close to about their 30. Looks about their 31. I mean, you see it now in the face and the attitudes of the players on the Rebels bench now. They're not getting active. You see this Warriors bench, every time there's a big play, they're getting up. They're getting each other's face. They're excited.
They need a play. They got to get a stop. If you're the Rebels, you got to get a stop. That's basic football right now.
Even we heard after this last play, right, this crowd was excited. This crowd hasn't been in it at all. They're starting to feel this Warriors offense getting their momentum. Another flag on the play.
Yeah, it's going to come back. It's going to be a hold on the offense. On the interior. It's going to come right back. This has been a very mistake-laden game. But again, as you stated earlier, first game of the season, some of those cobwebs, getting those things out, finally seeing another color to hit, those things. But at this point in time, you're in the third quarter of your first football game. At this point in time, all that's got to go out the window. Like, man up.
You've had a half to warm up. You've had a couple minutes in this quarter to wake up, right? There's no excuse at that point. There's the holding call that we've been expecting. They'll go for second down. Second down lining up on the 49, or the 40, wow.
Watch for a run up the 4-hole.
Another high snap for Adam. Can he
Another
make something
hole.
out of nothing? Takes him as he's hit.
What a
Intercepted by
touch.
43. That's number 4.
And that's number 3 for Mr. Cody Martinez. the former Washington Patriot out of Spanaway. You got to give the kids some love, man. Hey, what I told you a pick was coming.
Pick was coming.
And the quarterback got lit like a Christmas tree on top of it. You got to love it. That's just excellent defense. And there was a hold on the outside that they didn't call. Everything about the Rebels' defense right there was on point.
But now,
alignment and assignment, brother.
Here's the thing that we've been talking about, though. The Rebels have been gifted things. Now they need to capitalize. They haven't capitalized on gifts given to them on silver platters. This is a big event, right? This is a big momentum shift. Can they capitalize on it, or is their offense just going to be lethargic like the last few drives?
Yeah, you've spoke to that a lot, and they haven't been able to capitalize, and that's the perfect word, and that's the perfect way to explain it.
Running back out to the far side, going gain of about 4.
Hey, matriculate the ball, right? It doesn't have to be a pass play. You have to force the defense to come up so that you can get them. You want them on the balls of their feet instead of their heels, right? So if they're on their heels, they're ready to drop back. But if you can get them on the balls because you're running the ball a little bit up the field, then that second they take that false step forward, you hit them over the top. But you got to make them respect your run game.
Second and about 6 at the 44-yard line.
I'm looking for Klingenberger again.
They'll run the ball again. Nope, the quarterback's keeping it. Going out to the far side, and he'll get stopped. Looks like around the 40.
I like the call, though. I like the call.
See where they spot this ball. Somehow.
There's a little read option action there. He put the ball in the pocket, decided to pull it, and get on the outside. I don't see Laundry on the field, but there's a stoppage in play.
And the Warriors are pointing the other way. It looks like the Rebels are walking backwards.
I don't see a flag.
Oh, it's on this near side here.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Warriors player stepped out, and I could finally
see
it.
That's an issue. That's an issue. The play went right. So whomever that penalty was on, that should not happen. Like 50, almost 52 yards away from the play. There's no reason for the hold or whatever. I mean, I haven't seen the call yet.
They're keeping the ball where it was.
There's a legal shift.
A legal shift. Okay. And we will back up to about the 31-yard line.
Remember, take advantage of those opportunities, right? And then they go off and shoot themselves in the foot.
I don't know if the official team can decide where the ball is supposed to be spotted. All right, there we go.
Right now, the linesmen are really far off.
All right, we'll see.
Goodness gracious.
I don't know if we can decide where the ball's going to go, but it looks like now we're at the 34. Kind of almost where we started at the beginning of this drive.
Look near us. I like this one-on-one down here. The safety shading to the short side of the field. There's
11.
Opportunity right here, and that's where he's going.
Quarterback's going to take it himself. Can he get to the outside? Gets hit as he there, but it looks like he got to about the 40, so it'll be a 3rd and 5.
I like this one-on-one down on near side right now. On the wide side of the field, their safety shading to the short side of the field. Strong side, that's where the tight end is. But right now, I really, really like this one-on-one down here. And honestly, I take a shot. I take a shot right here, right now.
Yeah, let someone make a big play, right? You want players that can make big plays in times of opportunity. A 3rd and short like this, that's what you want. They'll run it out instead, and he'll be just about short of a 1st down.
You understand what's going on right now, right? What they're doing is settling themselves down because they haven't taken advantage or capitalized, as you like to utilize, of their opportunities. So right now they're settling themselves in. They're calling plays that'll allow them to get 5, get 4, get 3. Hey, man, you punch people in the mouth enough, they're going to get knocked out, right? So just keep punching them in the mouth right now. Then again, like I said, you're going to get them on the balls of their feet instead of their heels. And then you're going to be able to take that shot. But I love this one-on-one. Eventually it's going to be there.
It's like we saw from the Warriors in the first half, right? We saw the Warriors, they couldn't get those explosive plays, so they slowed it down, and they were able to slowly increment up the field and get a touchdown, right? Maybe the Rebels are trying to do that for themselves. It looks like we are.
I don't understand why they're even letting him that close to the football.
Rocking the ball here.
This is where you clear space. Right. Yeah, make a move.
They're bringing the chains out.
That's a penalty, but, you know.
It looks like the Lions judges are kind of shifting.
No, they got to make their marker.
All right, and they'll bring this out. See if we can get it here for you on camera. They're going to count it first down, Rebels.
By the hair, their chinny chin chin.
It's almost like, did you ever see that game on Monday Night Football where they made that call with an index card? Did you ever see that?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Cowboys,
I'm sure I saw it.
Cowboys Raiders. Official pulls out an index card and tries to tries to decide to see if he can make the first down because he could fit the card in between.
It was Cowboys Raiders, so it was irrelevant.
All right, we'll see. Rebels on their own 45. Snap out to JT's.
That one-on-one, there it is.
He's got a ball up. Can he get it there? Oh!
He didn't even go after the ball.
Safety bobbled it. Almost had what would have been like our 5th or 6th interception of the game.
Well, your receiver's got to help you.
Yeah, at that point.
I'm not sure 100% that he knew where that football, as the wide receiver, I'm not sure he knew where that football was. And that ball's got to be thrown to the outside. It can't be thrown inside. That's why the safety was able to get his hands on it, because the ball was thrown inside. He's got to throw that ball to the sideline, let his receiver go get it this way. That should have been left shoulder, not right shoulder.
It was aggressive play, but they're at second and 10 here at our 45. We still got that one-on-one here on this near side.
That's a win every time right here.
All right, a little bit of pressure. Pockets collapsing. He's going out far left side to see if he can make the first down. Looks like he might be two or three yards short. He made it past the 50.
You know what? He's picking up 5-10 every time they run, every time he decides to drop back. What I like is he's decisive about making that run. Like, he's getting back on his back foot and he's taking off.
Like you said, he's not stepping. He's not staying where he's at. He's making that decision whether to move or not.
Although, at the same time, I will say you would like your quarterback, again, I use the word cha-cha. That's just it's a term for your feet, to cha-cha forward and then drive the football. But he's being decisive. He's like, it's not there, I'm going. So there's been a conversation between him and his coach. Hey, when you hit your 5-step and you hit that back foot, when you hit that 7-step, you hit that back foot. When you hit that third step on the 3, 5, 7-step drop, you hit that back foot. If it's not there, go.
Yeah.
Just go. Don't throw it up. Don't do anything. If you don't think it's there, just go. And I like the decisiveness. Obviously, he's listening to the coaching. And you know what? It's been about 4 minutes, and they've gone about 20 yards.
They're killing the clock for sure, but they're keeping the ball, right? We've seen this Rebels offense try to do something. They're too fast. They can't make those decisions, right? They can't, or they're all indisciplined, right? They don't know what to do. But we're still in the middle of a Warriors timeout, their first timeout of the half. My name is Chris Ketzel. Alongside me is Michael Buchanan. Thank you for joining us here on the West Rebel Sound Network. Glad to have you along. We're 2:40 left in the third quarter, 18-18.
It's a fun way to start the season, though.
Oh, yeah.
I won't deny it. There's been a lot of action, and it's been very, very enjoyable. This is good stuff.
2 on this near side, 1 on the far side. JT's in the shotguns, looking for that one-on-one that you've been talking about. Got it. Looks like got the first down and then some.
He's still on his feet.
He's still going. He held on to that ball.
That's the kind of football I like. He knew he wasn't. Don't stop till the whistle's blowing, right? You played to the end of the whistle. And he knew he wasn't down, kept his feet, picked up an extra 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
That's Kofi Gossier Jr. making a big play at a time the Rebels needed something consistent.
Now, do they feel like they're filling themselves with their diamond formation on the far right side, running 4 wides?
Or do you go back to this one-on-one here on the near side?
Oh, he's going to take off.
Looks like pockets collapsing. JT's trying to do something with it. He throws the ball up the middle. Still gets the catch. Is he going to make it there? No, he's to the 5.
The best thing he did right there was set his feet. He finally stopped and set his feet. And then he didn't walk it. It was touch. It was a touch pass. He got it over that second level. That's so important. He put just enough touch on it that it may have got tipped by the linebacker's fingers, but as a QB and as a coach, you've got to be really, really happy. I've been telling you to set your feet all day. He did it, and look what the results were.
Huge catch for Adrian Allen here. The Rebels are in their own red zone, 1st and goal. Seeing if JT can do something. He's walking around the pocket. He's got a man behind him. And they'll take the sack for 2nd and goal. Looks like about the 14 or 15.
That's back to that indecision.
Yep.
He thought he was going to run it. Then he tried to get out of the pocket because he was like, hey, let me keep my head downfield. You got to be decisive. He's been decisive, very, very decisive this drive. They've struggled inside the red zone. They're flat out.
We've seen multiple times. Like there's been, I think at the end of the first half we had 2, and then at the beginning of the second half we had 1. We'll see if they can capitalize. We'll see. We've got too far, too near. One next to him. Let's see if JT can make something of this. He's got a quick shovel pass on the outside at the 10. Gets tripped up. And it'll be 3rd and goal at the 10 with the seconds running down here in the 3rd quarter. Now, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Rebels. They're moving the ball. They're taking their time, right? They're trying to make something of it, but I hope that this red zone doesn't end up for something in the favor of the defense. But we'll see. He sees a man outside. It's the goalpost of the soccer goal behind him. Maybe the wrong goalpost you're looking for.
I apologize. I'm not a gorilla. I got excited real quick. I was afraid the ball was going to get in there. I cut off my cohort here. My apologies. I got to let the man speak, but it's football. I get my juices flowing. I get my energy going. I get to going.
I think it's better you're excited than not excited. I don't know, keeping that energy going.
See, I like this guy. We're going to be good together. This is great.
All right, Rebels, after that botched play, 4th down in the red zone. We're going to see what happens. We got 2 next to him, 1 on the far side. We're going to see what's going to happen.
Get him out the pocket.
Looks like a timeout's being called by the Warriors. The Warriors are taking their 2nd timeout of the half with 25 seconds in this 2nd half.
They only had 10 men on the field.
Again, with some
the Warriors only had 10 men on defense. That's why the timeout was taken. Look, he's telling them right now. He's counting heads. They only had 10 men on the field. I'd like to see them get JT out of the pocket. He's obviously not showing full comfortability inside the pocket. He's not stepping up. He's taking that drop and he's bailing. And he bails right every time. Obviously, he doesn't want to throw against his body, so he's not bailing left. So why don't you just design a rollout for him to the right-hand side, right? And just hopefully, you got to have these conversations. 1, when you roll out to the right, don't throw across your body. Don't throw across the middle 8. 2, if it's not there, go. If it's not there, go. Be decisive. Too many times in the red zone, just this half, let alone this entire game, the Rebels have not, and I love your word, man, capitalized upon opportunities.
And this is another opportunity to capitalize on. You've got your 4th down in the red zone. You've got to do something with this.
I'd love to see a rollout to the right and a drag across the middle.
If the Rebels can't capitalize on this, I don't know what's going to happen to the rest of him. He's got no one to target. JT throws the ball up to somebody. And does he make the catch? No, it is out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Another turnover on downs from the Rebels in their own red zone. That's the 3rd time this half we've seen this.
It's really tough for me to watch that when they gave that one on the other side of the field. I was sure he was out of bounds, and for them to take that away. It was a shoulder over there. I thought it was a shoulder there as well. But, hey, again, there's 10 eyes down there. I only got 2, and I'm further away.
There you go. That's hard from the Rebels. You've had 3 moments. You've been stuck at 18 points.
You shouldn't let it get to 4th and goal. So, ultimately it's on them, right?
Well, the Rebels defense, see if they can do something with this. Warriors got their backs up against the wall. Looks like the ball's about at the 8-yard line.
Watch that center matchup.
Left, 13 left.
At 1 near, 3 to the far.
Low snap.
Fumbled snap. Someone picks it up and makes something of it.
Yeah, the running back got up on it and made something out of nothing.
Which we've seen a lot from this Warrior side. If anything not, they're consistent, right? As time runs down here at the end of the 3rd quarter, 18-18. Rebels here at Warriors here in Bonnie Lake, Washington. About say 50 degrees and rainy. Cool Washington, almost summer evening. Because technically Memorial Day begins the summer season. But again, we're glad you're with us. We will be back here in a few seconds for the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Here from Bonnie Lake, Washington, Rest Sound Rebels 18, Washington Warriors 18 as well from Barney Lake, Washington. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Tracktown Movie House in Bremerton, Harbor Life Chiropractic PC of Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, McLeod's Grill, House Bremerton, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Clark Brothers, Bacovian Winery, Mr. and Mrs. Myers of Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Cloyce and Mike Construction of Bremerton, Cynical Family, Swoop Sound, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Left Coast Design and Print, and Fat Zack's Pizza. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors of the West Sound Reppers as we get back to play in action on the field.
All right. Got one to the far, two to the near. Adam drops back, trying to make a big play. No one's looking at the ball. Maybe he's making a play off of it. No. Incomplete right around the 50-yard line. We've seen that multiple times from the Warriors. Oh. We had a Warriors player slam his helmet down in frustration on the near side here.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of a couple things. He was injured earlier in the game, and I think he went up to get that ball, and he's still hurt if you look down on him. But there is absolutely no reason to do that to your football team. Now, in the situation they're in, it's half the distance to the goal line, so they're only going to lose like a yard or two. But that just makes the situation worse.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no need for that on this football field or any football field around. But I understand emotions run high, and things happen, and you feel a certain way. I truly believe that the man is hurt, and that's what he's upset about. But that's a mistake you can't have. If I'm coach, I pull him off to the side and have that conversation.
And I mean, that's difficult, too, to be injured in the first game of the season, right? That means, that's a question mark for the rest of the season, right? You'll see what happens. But, all right, we'll see what this Warriors offense can do with their backs up against the wall to the end zone. Adams in the pocket, trying to do something in the end zone. Ball is out. Intercepted again. That is counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it a pick six? It is a pick six. Count it. The Warriors defense have made multiple turnovers, and now they finally get their points. But there's a little bit of laundry on the field. I personally hope this isn't against the Rebels.
I believe it was post-interception, which means even if they take the points off the board, the Rebels will retain the football. It wasn't prior to the interception. So the Rebels should retain the football regardless of what the flag forces them to do, although you hate taking points off the board.
Especially from the man who intercepted, right? You hate to see that.
Now, if it was on the Warriors post-interception, then it's still a touchdown.
Seeing what's
I
happening.
believe there's something going on the sidelines, and some folks need to take a step back.
Oh, looks like there's something going on the far side of the field. This is what you hate to see, right? We're trying to have an honest football game here, and now we're getting to a little bit of extracurriculars. This is hard to see.
It's frustration boiling over, but you can see all the coaches are trying to be part of this and get their players away. I like what the Rebels are doing. They're doing their best to walk away. There's a little bit of fray. Coaches are involved. It's a very unfortunate situation. It looks like it's going to be fixed and quickly, but there might be some ejections. There's already flags on the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some disciplinary action from this. This is hard to see.
All these players out here, they're out here on their own accord. They're putting their hard work on the line. All these guys got 8 to 5s. They all got jobs. They play football for the love of it, try to get to that next level. This is unnecessary.
Yeah, this is what you hate to see in a development league, right? Because this is a development league. We're trying to get these guys to the next level. And
Correct.
It's hard to see that, part of that is the play, right? It is trying to do your job as a player, but it's also discipline on and off the field, right? You want to keep that composure, even if someone is digging in you, living in your head, right? That's hard.
Right, and we talk about this being a developmental league, and I'd like to give a congratulations and a shout-out to Marshad DeWalt, who recently received a contract from a professional team in Germany. So he's headed off to Germany to play some big boy ball out there. So congratulations to him of the West Sound Rebels. That's the purpose of this. You want to put your skills on tape. You want to put your skills on film. That's what it is. It's all tape, man. From the second year in, at this point in time, late junior high, high school, you're trying to put everything on tape. And congratulations to Marshad for the contract offer and extension that he's accepted. We'll be heading out to Germany to play some football.
I mean, that's great to see, too. That's what we want.
No touchdown.
the call on the field is no touchdown,
There's a bunch of unsportsmanlike.
but it'll be Rebels ball.
No touchdown. I'm not sure. I just asked him. I just wanted to make sure. We got 2 unsportsmanlike conducts on both coaches, I think. Looks like Warriors are keeping the ball, maybe.
And we're getting a little bit of explanation. Looks like there will be unsportsmanlike conducts on either side. And it looks like the Warriors might keep the
I
ball.
believe from the action by the referees and the spot of the ball, it's going to be Rebels football. Look, the Warriors are lining up on defense. But it looks like, again, like I said, I think all those were post-haste, so post-interception. And so the Rebels will retain the football, but not get the points on the
No
board.
touchdown, but it's going to be a first down.
So that's 5th interception for the Rebels defense. I mean, they're having a crazy game, but they're still, I don't know. It's nice to see the defense doing some real work, but also at what point is that?
So at this point in time, you really need to watch what goes on in the field. This is where the officials need to take control of this game, right? But all emotions are running high. You're about to see some harder hits. You're about to see some dudes in their adrenaline moving a whole lot faster. Like look at the Rebels come out on the field. Look at them. They're ready to go. Their emotion and adrenaline are about to take over this football game. That's where you need to calm yourself down, take that internal clock, and make football plays, football decisions, not emotional decisions.
Well, let's see if this Rebels offense can do something in the last 14 minutes of this half. As they're stopped around the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a few yards. I mean, that's, if anything less, we're going to get an exciting end to this football game. Got players excited. Got 2 on this near side, 2 on the far side, 1 right next to JT. Got 1 safety in the
Left
back.
side of that field is wide open.
A high snap again for the Rebels. Looking for something to do. Gets rid of the ball.
No, that was the best decision he could have made. He was rolling to his off shoulder. There was nobody wide open downfield. To get rid of that football when you're being chased down, that's when I was talking about emotions and adrenaline are running high and you need to make good football decisions. That was a very, very good football decision.
Trying to make the most of what you have, right? The play is falling apart. That's where your high football IQ comes in. 13:48 left in the half. We'll see it's about 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12.
If he would just step up in the pocket, though.
Another
step
high
up
snap.
right now. Step up. See? Back foot.
Gets rid of the ball. Looks like it might be a little far. It is.
Because he drifts. He's drifting. If he steps up in that pocket and drives that football, it's a completion. But because he's drifting and he's throwing off his back foot, which when you throw off your back foot, your body leans back and the ball's going to sail on you. The ball sailed on him. Again, you have to discipline, right?
Yep.
Discipline.
Well, after all of that, will that 5th interception by the Rebels defense amount to nothing?
Yeah. And now they're sitting at 4th and 13.
Rebels are asking questions, but nothing seems to be on target on this drive. Got 2 on the far,
They
2
look
in the near.
confused. Twins each side.
Another high snap, looking for something. Pocket dissolves. JT's just trying to get rid of it. Oh!
You know what? That's okay. It would. Tackle wasn't eligible.
Yeah.
It would have been illegal touching either way. That ball was getting turned over no matter how you look at it.
That's hard. Again, no capitalization on a turnover, right? So, well, the Warriors will set up on offense as if nothing happened. And we'll continue in this 4th quarter, 18-18 with 13:29 left to go.
He was just the only guy there. It's first down, so this is 1 for first down. So it's going to be going the other way. The Warriors.
Looks like we're calling an official timeout. Some discussions happening towards the far side of the field.
They just stop it. You get 4 downs to try to get down and get a touchdown.
Official timeout? No, they're calling the play.
They shouldn't be snapping the ball right now.
Yeah, there's no head official. Head
They're
official.
having a conversation with the coach of the Rebels.
Looks like some conversation. I think that's, head coach and maybe some assistant coaches there.
While we have a break in the action, we would like to thank Fat Zach's Pizza, Left Coast Design and Paint. Left Coast Design and Print. Metro Parks of Tacoma, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Swoop Sound, Senecal Family, Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Mr. and Mrs. Myers of Bremerton, Bacovino Winery, Clark Brothers, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, McLeod's Grill House of Bremerton, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, Harbor Life Chiropractic PC of Gig Harbor, Tracytown Movie House in Bremerton, Joel Gibson Jr., and Toyota of Olympia. Thank you for supporting your West Sound Rebels.
And I'm getting some communication. It looks like the head ref is on the phone with the commissioner of the league. If you're watching, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. But trying to understand, probably get some confusion out of this. I think both teams were just getting antsy, getting ready to finish this game. 13:29 left to go. We've had a couple stoppages like this.
There may be a discussion regarding ejections.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, there may be discussions regarding ejections as far as some of the head coaches are concerned. Going back to the scuffle that happened about a couple minutes ago, field time, before the change of possession. We will get you clarification as soon as we know. But for now, I mean, you look down on this football field and you have a quarterback that's turned the ball over 6 times, the Warriors, 5 interceptions and a fumble. And if you're the Rebels, man, you're just feasting. But you're like, hey, I keep giving my offense the football and y'all ain't doing anything with it. Like, help me out here, right? So if you're the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to keep getting you the ball, but you need to do something for me too. Like, it's a quid pro quo when it comes to offense and defense. Okay, stop putting me back on the field so fast. Defense needs to rest. Offenses can go out there. They know where they're going. They know what they're doing. But defenses, after a while and getting the ball back to your offense, you start getting in the back of your head. I mean, you might start having problems on the sideline with your own team when that starts to happen. So it's really about, hey, if you're the defense right now for the Rebels, you do what you've been doing, especially if you're the secondary. The secondary has played top-notch all game, minus one play, minus an explosive play, I think, early in the first quarter, or late in the first quarter, I believe, as we get to action back on the field.
Get back to the Warriors' first down. We'll act as if nothing happened. We'll run the clock, keep going. Drops back, pocket's kind of dissolving, trying to make something out of it. Run into the end of the line, a little bit of collision here. That's good to see. Some apologies, trying to say it wasn't intentional, just making the play.
Oh, he held up, man. He held up the whole way. But, they're all out there for the same reason. He held up right. He just put his hands on him to make sure he went out of bounds. You had that fake slide from Kenny Pickett last year at Pittsburgh that, turned a lot of heads, and they actually changed the rule because of it.
Wow.
So, he's just having good sportsmanship, but you got to make sure he gets out of bounds. You got a job to do.
Yeah. All right, second looks about 6. Drops back, looking for something to do. Pass across. Is it another interception? It's another one. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turnovers. Actually, 8 because of that fumble, right?
I believe that makes 7. I think it's 6 interceptions and 1 fumble.
7? Okay. Sorry, I got a little excited with counting. But that's, oh, man.
About to start calling them the West Sound Ball Hawks.
Honestly. Well, now they're giving it, like we said, they're giving the ball back to the offense. If you're the defense, you're like, do something with the ball.
Do the Warriors lack another quarterback? At what point in time do you say to yourself, you're just not cutting the mustard tonight?
They have another one. Number 9.
At what point in time do you go to your backup?
At this point, I don't know if there is a time, because you've stuck with your quarterback this far. Well, we got one on the near side. Looks like one on the far side.
Pro
looks
set.
Like
it's
blitz.
a run.
Yep. He's getting through. Looks like probably gain of I'd say a couple yards.
This is a solid game plan. I still believe they need to run the football. When you get pass happy, you know you can win on the outside. They've proven that. The Rebels wide receivers are better than the Warriors DBs. Yeah. They've proven that.
Yes.
This one-on-one matchup right, man. Come on, man. Right here. See, that they're bringing over 2 highs now. 2 highs now.
All right, we're going to run the ball again. Little sidestep, trying to get through that line.
Got too cute.
Sidestep was cute, couldn't get through the wall. All right.
I need you to hit my hole. Just hit the hole. That's all you got to do. If it's a 32 dive, 3 back up the 2 hole, you take the ball, you go up the 2 hole. I don't want you dancing.
Yep. Hey, like they said, you dance, you die.
All right, 3rd down and looks about 6. We'll see if this Rebels offense can do something. They seem to be out of answers, right? They asked a lot of questions to the Warriors in the first half, but they're running out of questions. It looks like 2 on the far side, 2 on the or 2 on the near side. Got a short pass. Kenny makes the first down. He makes the first down and more. Skeeps probably around the 13 to 14.
They might be lucky if they don't get another half the distance on that one. That might have been, I guess the tackle was initiated inbounds. Might have carried it a little long, but ultimately a clean football play. But right now, the way tempers are and the temperaments and things are going, you got to be careful. But that's Klingenberg again, man. He's a beast out there.
Corey Klingenberg, man, he's trying to say, I'm the man of this game, not the defense.
I don't know. The MVP might be the secondary of the Rebels, period. 6 picks. Now, and they had a pick 6. Take it back.
A pick 6, take it back. Yeah, that's hard to beat. But Klingenberg's trying to ask those questions. And far outside of the far left side of the end zone, JT looking for someone that
Someone needs to tell him to stop drifting. Plant your feet and go, or plant your feet and throw. Stop drifting. He's throwing off that back. I mean, he threw that away. And I think, again, good decision.
Yeah.
He threw that one. That was intentional. He got rid of that football. But you got to drive the football. I'm sure he's played enough football in his life that he should know this.
Well, 2nd and 10 on their own 15. We're going to see what happens here. It looks like 2 on the far side, 2 on the near side, 1 next to him. Snap is out. Looks like a good snap, but that offensive line's not giving him any help. But he still makes a catch at the 15. So a gain of nothing.
No, I think he might have lost a yard.
Oh, this Rebel. I feel like the Rebels, they get to the 20-yard line. They know what they're doing until they get to the 20-yard line.
Their red zone offense is definitely lacking. That is a conversation. That is a workout. That is running it over and over again. Their red zone offense definitely is struggling to come out to start this season, and it's something they need to address.
And case in point, they're taking a timeout. They're like, all right, we're at third down and 10, right? We're in our red zone. We got to do something to capitalize. Our defense has been handing us gifts on a platter. It's time to do something with it.
They've shown they're not going to kick it, so they basically have 2 downs to get a first down. They can still get a first down inside the 4-yard line. So they have 2 downs to essentially get a first down. So you call 2 plays. Right now, you call 2 plays, and then you run tempo.
Yeah.
You call 2 plays in the huddle right now to see what you got.
You want to see if you can catch that Warriors defense on some miscommunication, because that's all you kind of got working for you right now. We'll see if we can get your one-on-one battle here down at the near side. Looks.
If I'm Klingenberg, man, I give him a hard step inside, and I fade right and go fight that ball. It's 11 on 11 right now.
All right. Looks like 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side.
Oh, man, that slot receiver has money. Just turn and hit the slot.
Some miscommunication on the snap. Players are disagreeing with who's against. This is one of my favorite parts about a pre-snap play is everybody's pointing at everybody else. Like, you're the imposter, I swear. I saw it.
That works out to the Warriors' benefit, because there was nobody on that slot receiver. Even if they're running a man-zone scheme, now they're pulling someone over there. Yep. But there's nobody on that slot receiver. And if I see that, I just turn and fire.
Yeah.
Instantly. That's a quick 5 yards.
All right, well, we're going to move the ball 5 yards. Good for the Rebels.
So, again, essentially 2 downs
Yep.
to get now 5 yards. 6 and a first down.
We'll see.
Look at that slot receiver. There's nobody within 10 yards of him.
Oh, yeah, just a quick short pass to him. That would be
Turn
a good
and fire.
Taking looking for the end zone in the back corner. Touchdown, Rebels. That's number 15. Demetrius Rackley.
That's the slot wide receiver. I'd just like to notate that. That was the slot wide receiver. No one was in 10 yards. That's the freest get-off ever.
I think you made your money back from that botched play of the field goal a couple.
Hey, man, I accept
About an hour
pennies.
ago.
I accept debit, credit.
Yeah.
I got Square. What you want to do?
Cash App, Venmo.
Yeah, man, Zelle. Hit me on the Zelle. We good.
Well, the Rebels finally capitalize on an opportunity. Now 24-18, going for. I'm going to say they're going for 2. I don't know. That's
I bet you they do.
All right, 2 on the far side, 2 on this near side.
I'd like to see a quarterback keep right
A
here.
little bit of motion. Quarterback's looking. He's going to take it himself. Maybe he's trying to do something with it. He might get there.
There we go. We got it.
And they call it good. 2-point conversion for the Rebels makes this game 26-18 with 10:21 left in the game.
That was a quarterback keep, right? I'm getting paid twice now? I
I don't know how
I didn't say it had to be designed.
He just said he had to keep the ball.
Hey, but you know what? Good for the Rebels being able to finally punch one inside their own red zone and make it work, take some time off the clock, especially the way the emotions have been, to be able to settle yourself down, do what you need to do. Your quarterback drops back, made a good decision, put the ball away and decided to just go for it. Man, that's success, man. That's success for the West Sound Rebels.
And that's what you want to see, right? They've had multiple opportunities to do so. And I think this is a good gift for their morale, right? And now it's time. Did the lights just go off?
They did.
They did. Okay.
Rebels just turned out the lights. We going home. We got that dub.
Game.
There's still 10-21 to go, man. There's a lot that can happen. But I'll tell you right now, if the Warriors don't stop turning the football, I have no faith in them driving the football down the field or being able to put the ball in the air over 10 yards. Earlier in this game, they had 2 really good sustained drives, and you know what? They were, call it dinking and dunking, call it whatever you want. They were all hitch routes, in routes, out routes. I mean, they were the route tree without the fly in the post. That's what it was. It was slants. But once they started trying to get the ball more than 10, 15 yards down the field, interception, 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 interception. I did that 6 times.
I think you did. Rebels to kick off. Here to the Warriors. Here with 10 left. Let's see if there's a chance to return it. Caught in the end zone. And he's going to field it. Going at the 10. He's got a little juke to the 20. Almost to the 30, but taken down probably around the 22, 23.
If he had actually ran, he could have been at the 30. He's jogging trying to pick his points. Just go. I want my kickoff man to get the ball. I want you to run straight, as hard, and as fast as you can. I don't want you to dance. I don't want any of that.
Nothing
get the
pretty.
ball running straight, hard, and fast. That's what kickoff is. And he double-stepped in the end zone. He took himself out the play, essentially. Now, what are the Warriors capable of? They're still running with their starting QB. Obviously, there's faith and trust shown, although he's had his mishaps on the evening.
2 on this near side, 2 on the far side. Rebels defense trying to get set. They'll step back. There's a couple men there. Can he evade a sack? Floats a pass, but can't hold on to it. They'll call it incomplete. 2nd down. This will be interesting to see what the Warriors can draw up here. You know what? I think I would like to see an explosive play for the Warriors. Maybe ask another question or 2 of this Rebels defense. Because obviously they can't get past the secondary, but can they get it beyond that?
They need a catch and run. They're not going to be able to stretch the field with the ball in the air right now. They're starting to get a lot of pressure up the middle. Again, their center's just having struggles.
I mean, that's even what we saw in the beginning with the Warriors' first touchdown, right? A nice touch there, and it'll be about the 45 for
good
another
football right
Warriors
there.
first down.
And it's good to see number 10 back on the field.
Yeah. But going back to what I was saying, right? We saw the Warriors' first touchdown was a catch and go right here around the 35, the 40, right? He was in between the safeties, and he just booked it for their touchdown. That's what I wanted to see from a Warriors perspective, is just trying to ask questions of those safeties. But if they trust the receiver, that's another question. 3 on this near side, 1 on the far side. See if Adam Cruz can drop something here. Tries to do the pocket dissolves, try to take it himself. Warriors defense is there to take him down right about the 36.
He might have picked up half a yard, so it won't go down as a sack. But that's still good pressure. That pressure. Penetration and pressure
that's
is
what
the
you've been
killer
saying.
of every single play. I don't care what play you run. Penetration will finish that.
All right, 2nd down for the Warriors with 9 minutes left. 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. We're going to see what they can draw up this time. Coming through, Adams dissolved the pocket. Might be an no! Ball is tipped by number 10 again. For such a bomb player, I don't have any information on him. I wish I did. I wish I knew his name.
Number 10? Number 10?
Yeah, number 10. Do you know his name?
Yeah, Day-Day.
Day-Day? Thank you. I don't have that on my team sheet.
Deshaun Salgado Jr.
All right, Warriors setting up here on offense. I've got 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Setting up still on 3rd down. Looking for something to do. Ball almost hit his thrones. They'll say he caught it. Slid into the catch for another Warriors first down. The chains will move a second time on this drive. Looks like Warriors are going to try to hurry up, setting up on the 50. Drop back, round to the running back, and see if he can make a quick play and gain 4. We're going to see what the Warriors can do here. A little bit of confusion, what looks like here from the Warriors bench, trying to figure out what it is they want to do. Again, I'm standing by my thing. I want the Warriors to ask some questions. It looks like they're going to call a timeout. The Warriors' last timeout with 8 minutes left in the half. I guess they see this play as something as a turning point, maybe. But that's a bold ask. All right, Warriors ball, first down on the 50. Second down on the 55. With 8 minutes left in this half. Let's see what the Warriors can do. A quick run play going across. Yeah, it doesn't look like he can make a positive gain and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, based upon a few of the runs, it looks like they're trying to suck him in a little bit so they can hit him over the top.
Well, I guess maybe that timeout amounted to nothing. I don't know. Deshaun Salgado Jr. trying to go on, but was waved off by head coach. All right, 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down for the Warriors if they want to stay within grasping reach of the Rebels.
It's 4th down territory.
Drop backs, looking for a pass. The pass is bobbled. Runs into the athletic table down here. That's why you wear a helmet. Does he have I think he got something on the back of his helmet there. Looks like a cup. Or is that actually part of his helmet?
I'm not aware, but it's not helping them win right now.
Whatever it is.
Kind of looked like he got a little feather.
All right, 4th down territory. It's time to see what Warriors can do.
I think it might have been his sticker on his helmet got flapped up. He got hit. He rolled into the table, and his sticker from their design straight down the middle of the helmet looks like it came off a little bit. It's tough to do. He must have hit it a little hard because those stickers are sticky. I put helmets on stickers every single season. Those things stick.
Warriors 4th down. This is a big moment for them. As the clock's running down to 6:57, we'll see what they can do.
I think another interception might be imminent at this point in time.
We've got a lot of faith in that secondary there.
A ton. They've proven it 6 times over.
Try to get rid of it, but can't get rid of it. Oh, he throws as he's going out of bounds, but Warriors can't do anything. Another big stop from the Rebels defense.
Clock. Now you eat clock. If you're the Rebels, you eat clock.
Especially what makes that huge, right? As we saw in this last drive, the Warriors used their last timeout. They don't have any timeouts now. They're at the mercy of the Rebels' time clock management.
Right, and I think one of the reasons we're not seeing the Rebels run the ball as much is their running back, the one we spoke of, that's headed off to Germany to play. I don't believe he's on the field. Marchand's was their starting running back who got an opportunity. And grateful for him and great to him to take the opportunity, but that leaves a gap, right?
It's
that leaves a hole in your offense.
It's bittersweet. Like the Rebels, we're glad that you're going on, moving on the next level, but now we're without a running back. What do we do?
But it's next man up, man.
Exactly.
Next man up mentality. Always.
Gotta be hungry. One on this near side, one on the far side, two next to him.
Hit or be hit, play or be played.
Looks like the Warriors are really putting heavy onto this this line here. And looks like maybe be a loss of 1 or 2. Change the marker to second down. If anything, this has been an entertaining game. I don't know, I've had fun.
I'm at a football field. It's impossible for me not to have fun.
It's a playground.
There's nothing better in the world than getting to hit somebody as hard as you can and someone pats you on the back for it.
One on either side, two next, and we'll see what JT can do here. Looking for. That's our man right there.
Stay in bounds. Yeah, you want to stay in bounds in that situation. So this is where situational football comes into play. You need to have that conversation. I don't care if you go down. You're not picking up any more yards.
The clock should be running. No, the clock's still running. It's under 5 minutes, then it stops.
Oh, there you go. This is why I like having people in the booth.
Hey man, teamwork makes the dream work,
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
That's like I don't look incompetent.
Hey, it's our first game of the season too.
I know. I like the backup though. I appreciate it. Third down. Got more of an I formation. JT going under center.
Power I. The fullback's got his hand down.
He's
I love
going
it.
down.
Power I formation.
Looks like these Rebels are just trying to run some clock.
That's the first power I formation I've seen. Not just I formation. That's power I formation. There is a difference for y'all who don't know.
That's why I'm glad you're here, Michael. I wouldn't know what that is.
5 minutes left in the game.
You got the details. All right.
There's two things in this world that I love unequivocally: sports and my family. I
There
just
you
don't
go.
know what order.
Depends on either given day.
Sports don't talk back.
Rebels on their own 51 on fourth down in the power I formation.
No, that's not a power I.
That's not a power I?
So you see the fullback didn't have his hand down? He wasn't in a three-point stance?
Dropping
That
back.
takes a...
Sieving makes something.
yeah.
A crazy pass. Caught it in the end zone. Touchdown Rebels. With 4:34 left to go, you might say that might be dotted and sealed.
Out of the I formation, you dot the touchdown. Hey, take it to the house. Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Take it to the house.
And that's what we've been waiting for the Rebels. A big explosive play on offense.
What I'd like to...
They've had a lot of explosive plays on defense, but we finally get something explosive on offense.
Two notes. One, the reason that wasn't a power I because he wasn't in three-point stance. The fullback wasn't. The two-back wasn't, so it's not a power I. Two, that's the difference you were asking. But two, the best part about that, he turned his body, he set his feet, got his shoulders square, and drove that football downfield. I mean, it helps when you got 10 yards of separation and you could just chuck it out there, but the way he went about it.
All right, going for two here. Seeing if we can make it. And
I'm okay with that because you know what? He turned his shoulders, his feet were set, and he drove the football. That should have been a catch. That's on the receiver. I'm sure the receiver's going to pat him on the helmet and say, my bad, as they walk off the field. But just those two plays right there exemplify what he should have been doing all game.
well, the Warriors down by 2 possessions with 4:34 left in this game. We'll see what can happen. I don't know. I'm excited. We got 4 minutes left. Anything can happen.
And while we have a break in the action again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Tracytown Movie House in Bremerton, Harbor Light, Chiropractic PC of Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, McLeod's Grill House Bremerton, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Clark Brothers, Bacavino Winery, Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton, Cynical Family, Swoop Sound, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Left Coast Designs and Print, and Fat Zax. As always, thank you for sponsoring and supporting your West Sound Rebels.
Rebels to kick off. We'll see if these Warriors can do anything. I'd like to see something big from this kickoff. I'd like to see the man returning it to actually, like we said, power through, just a run.
Honestly, don't be surprised to see a squib.
There you go. Ball is up. And we'll run it. He's not. He's going to come out.
Bad decision.
Going to the 10, going to the 20, run into some traffic, maybe the 25.
So essentially, he picked up 5 yards out the deal.
I mean, in the Warriors' case, I think you take what you can get.
Bad decision with good intention. Doesn't always pan out.
Doesn't always pan out, but for the Warriors, again, what is it? Better to be lucky than what?
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Lucky than good. That's what it is.
Right now, they're struggling on both ends of that.
They're getting the ball
I think the Warriors really have some things to work out with their quarterback as they go into another week of football and practice.
Okay. Got 3 near, 1 far.
strong right.
See what happens. Look inside and meets a couple Warriors defenders on his way.
Excellent defense, man. They drove on that football. They tried to get him out in space. 2 wide receivers out there. You run trips to the side, to your near side, and you try to use 2 of those as immediate blockers. But they're safeties. That defense, man, they're just ball. They're everywhere. They just have a nose for the football right now.
And this is a little bit more of what we expected, right? We expected the Rebels to come out and be a little bit more aggressive on this. But they're set in their ways, right? This isn't the first quarter Rebels. This is the fourth quarter Rebels now. Low snap out. There's 2 Rebels players there. They'll take it out. The ball is out. They're going to call him down.
Honestly, that might have been an incomplete pass because he tried to throw that. But they're going to call it a sack. They're going to call him in the dirt. But he tried to throw that underhand, and that's why I think you saw the ball come loose. But they're calling him in the dirt, and it's a sack. Put it down as a stat.
Well, is this 4th down? I don't see a down marker. I see a second and very long for the Warriors. We'll see if they can make.
Yeah, they're definitely going the wrong direction right now. A 2-score game with 3:07, you might just have to chuck it and see what happens.
At that point, you got 4 wide. We'll see what happens. Looking, scanning, trying to make something. Pockets dissolving, making a hasty play. Ooh. Slides into his own bench. Looks like he might have knocked somebody. I can't tell if he's in pain or if
his legs got underneath him as he slid. That could be a hammy quite easily from underneath.
Thankfully, he's on his own sideline, so he can get treatment fast.
Looked like he was going to pop up at first, but I think he's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting up.
He's got a cramp. That's what it is. You can see
go.
it from here. I think his calf is cramping. I don't like to speculate, but that's my speculation. I
4
never
wide.
want to call a.
Empty.
The ball is out. Call that a fumble.
Oh, that's
And they'll
empty
call it
hand.
in.
Absolutely not. That is a fumble. That was empty hand. For them to call that incomplete, that's empty hand. It's 4. I believe that was 4th down, so it's inconsequential, but that was an empty hand.
Yeah. Well, Rebels turn down and get another opportunity on their red zone to probably eat out some clock here with 2:42 left.
This is when you have one of those conversations about ball security and staying in bounds. Ball security and staying in bounds.
And this is where it comes down to the fundamentals, right? You want to make sure you have the lead. You want to hold on to the lead and keep that composure, right? You don't want this to fall apart on you. You still have time in the game. There's still something left in this game. You want to make sure that's your consistency.
Hey, Chemo's wide open. Chemo's wide open.
Yeah, they got him out there.
Another high snap, give and go to the running back. He's marching through. They can't stop him.
He busted out his Xbox controller on that truck stick.
Brady's wristband fell off.
He said, "You cannot stop me. I am coming whether you like it or not."
Hey, man, sometimes you have to impose will. Right now is when you impose will. Shut the door on this. I mean, we got 2:30 to go. It's a 2-score game. Shut the door. Right now, you do this because of what you are. If you're the Rebels, you score just to shut the door, to prove a point. Right now, you get extra physical real quick inside the red zone where you've struggled. You've spent the entire second half on their half of the field. Put the ball in the end zone again. Show what you are. Be who you are. Physicality matters. Send a message to the rest of the league.
And I think this is also something, too. They had so many opportunities in the first, that we've talked about, right? That's probably one of our talking points. And I think this is a time for it's like, all right, let's do something about it.
Western Impact Division, we are the West Sound Rebels, and we're here. And we play physical. We score. That's what you say right now.
Is this an official timeout? 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
As we take a step back for the 2-minute warning, I'd like to thank our sponsors again. Toyota of Olympia, Joel Gibson Jr., Tracytown Movie House in Bremerton, Harbor Life Chiropractic PC of Gig Harbor, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, McLeod's Grill House Bremerton, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, Wood Ridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Clark Brothers, Bacavino Winery, Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Cloyson Mike Construction in Bremerton, Cynical Family, Swoop Sound, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Left Coast Designs and Print, and Fat Zax. As always, thank you for being proud sponsors of the West Sound Rebels.
2 minutes left of the game. Rebels in their own red zone. I think it's time. I think if they score, I think this will be a big capitalization on their on this half.
Cross the T's and dot the I's, right? Now's the time to do that.
This looks like a different setup from the Rebels. I think we're seeing players we haven't seen yet. Looks like a heavily rotated squad. Quarterback takes it to the corner of the end zone, reaching but not quite far enough.
So as a quarterback, you have to know when you're running right and you're throwing right, the ball is going to go a little bit further on you. So you have to think like a foot in front of you. If you understand what I mean. If you're running right and rolling right, you got to think a foot in front of you.
And that's where your chemistry with your wide receivers, right? You want to make sure that you know what he's going to do and he knows what you're going to do, right? You want to make sure that you're on the same page and not kind of playing scrap backyard football, right?
Yeah, I just don't understand throwing the ball in this situation, but that's just me.
There's 1 minute and 55 seconds left. Let's run the ball and let's go home.
Tick-tock goes the Rebels clock.
And it looks like they're getting in formation and need this ball.
Victory formation. They're in victory formation. Look at the downs and do the clock and do the math. They're in victory formation.
They'll take it with 3rd and goal, and clock will count down.
This is going to be it, but they're going to run it down, and then I'll be able to go back down and do that. You can walk with me.
Well, we'd like to thank you for tuning into our broadcast this evening. It's been a presentation of the Rebels versus the Washington Warriors here in Bonnie Lake, Washington. Glad you could have been a part. Thanks for tuning in with us. As the Rebels will do one more victory formation kneel and ready to seal out this game. The Washington Warriors' next game will be on June 4th against the Everett Royals. Will be against the Everett Royals, and the Rebels' next game will be on June 11th against the. Oh man,
I believe the Tacoma Sabres at Mount Tahoma.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Did they just Knight's home game? Looks like as things are wrapping up, we still got a few seconds on the clock.
The Rebels' next game will be at the Everett Royals on June 11th at Mariner High School. 4 p.m.
Hot mic. That's it, buddy. You want to go down to your dad?
As the clock runs down,
Get on it.
My name is Chris Ketzel. I've had Michael Buchanan next to me this game. Thank you for joining us. Our final score is 32-18. For last time, I'll have Michael read off our sponsors that we'd like to thank.
And to our sponsors again, as we've so graciously been happy that you are a part of the West Sound Rebels, I would like to thank Fat Zach's Pizza, Left Coast Designs and Print, Metro Parks of Tacoma, Graphic Reflections in Bremerton, Swoop Sound, Cynical Family, Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton, Northwest Athletic Apparel, Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton, Beccavino Winery, Clark Brothers, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard, Hops and Drops of Silverdale, McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton, Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, Harbor Life Chiropractic PC of Gig Harbor, Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton, Joel Gibson Jr., and Toyota of Olympia. On this first West Sound Rebels game, we thank our sponsors, and to my cohort and commentator, I thank you.
Thank you. And behalf on the entire production team, thank you for joining us this evening, and have a happy Memorial Day weekend.